Fans around the world, welcome to day 3 of the Pmgc Grand Finals. We are stepping into the final chapter of this incredible journey, and today, history is about to be made. The tension is higher than ever, and every team on this stage knows that by the end of today, one of them will walk away as the 2025 Pmgc champions.
สวัสดีแฟนๆ PUBG Mobile จากทั่วโลกด้วยนะคะและยินดีต้อนรับสู่วันสุดท้ายของ Pmgc Grand Final ค่ะวันนี้คือบทสรุปของเส้นทางแห่งศักดิ์ศรีนะคะที่ความกดดันเนี่ยจะพุ่งถึงขีดสุดและทุกทีมบนเวทีนี้รู้ดีว่าเมื่อการแข่งในวันนี้จบลงค่ะจะมีเพียงหนึ่งเดียวเท่านั้นที่จะได้จารึกชื่อเป็นแชมป์ Pmgc 2025 ค่ะ
Now, before we dive into any of the action, we have something truly exciting for all of you watching here in the arena and around the world. Today marks the debut of the 2025 PUBG Mobile Ultimate Runway, the game's first ever global X-Suits runway show, happening live at the Pmgc Grand Finals. 16 of the game's popular suits will be brought to life by 16 renowned Thai models and cosplayers.
แต่ก่อนที่เราจะเข้าไปสู่การแข่งขันสุดมันนะคะวันนี้เรามีสิ่งที่น่าตื่นเต้นเป็นพิเศษสำหรับทุกคนค่ะนั่นก็คือการเปิดตัวอย่างเป็นทางการของ PUBG Mobile Ultimate Runway แฟชั่นโชว์ X-Suit ระดับโลกครั้งแรกของเกมค่ะกับชุดยอดนิยมของเกมทั้ง16ชุดที่จะถูกถ่ายทอดให้มีชีวิตขึ้นมานะคะโดยนางแบบและคอสเพลเยอร์ชั้นนำของไทยทั้ง16คนค่ะ
But they are not alone. No. They will be taking the stage side by side with the 16 finalist teams competing for the championship title. It's a spectacular fusion where virtual world meets reality, blending style, storytelling and esports in a way that has never been done before.
และพวกเขาจะไม่ได้เดินเพียงลำพังค่ะเพราะว่าจะขึ้นเวทีเคียงข้างไปกับทั้ง16ทีมผู้เข้ารอบแกรนด์ไฟนอลนี่คือการรวมพลังของโลกในเกมและโลกแห่งความจริงค่ะระหว่างสไตล์เรื่องราวและ e-sport ในรูปแบบที่แฟน PUBG Mobile ทั่วโลกไม่เคยเห็นมาก่อนค่ะ
This right here is a moment that fans will not want to miss.
และนี่คือช่วงเวลาที่ทุกคนไม่ควรพลาดค่ะ
And so, ladies and gentlemen, for one last time, let's meet our 2025 Pmgc Grand Finals teams. First up, led by Avalanche to the stage. Please welcome our finalists from Thailand. Last seed from the group red, it is E Arena.
Bringing aura to the stage with Anukra, the 2025 Pmgc tournament favorites from Mongolia and the group green champions, Alpha Gaming.
Following the glory of the Golden Pharaoh from Central Asia, put your hands together for the 4th seed Gauntlet team, Mad Bulls!
Radiating brilliance with iridescent, representing one of the most feared team in Brazil and sitting atop the current Grand Finals leaderboard, Alpha Silent Esports. Treasures laid within, engraved pillars, hieroglyphic signs, pyramid, gracefully silent, waiting for
Rising from the depths with Poseidon. Give it up for the 2 seed from the Gauntlet team. They are from China. It's Thunder Talk Gaming.
welcome your PMGC defending champions from South Korea, D plus Kia.
Unleashing the true power with the Blood Raven. Please welcome the champions of Group Red from South Korea, DRX.
Summoning Chaos with Arcangester. Here comes the last seed of Group Green, representing Central Asia, God Team.
Igniting the stage with Ignis from Turkey. Make some noise for Ulf Esports.
Standing tall as the Stigia lead, the pride of Turkey and their 2024 PMGC runner-up, Regnum Kaya Esports.
Blooming mysteriously with Pure from Turkey. Please welcome the challengers and third place in the gauntlet, Kara Esports.
Glowing forest aurora, fallen natural glow, spark into her eyes of radiance. Got the glowing forest aurora. Crawling demons from the swamp, crave the darkness for eternity.
Charging forward with Sylvanus, the rising contender from Vietnam, and above are in the last chance, Team Flash.
She's here to end the endless night. Let the unrelenting spirit stand, igniting the sunlight, valor in the dawn. Forge an armor with emeralds, ember halo clearing the chaos, power up the invincible.
Forged in stone with Marmaris from Saudi Arabia. Put your hands together for the #1 seed from the gauntlet, R8 Esports.
Marching in with Galadria, the pride of Vietnam and the poised leader of Grand Finals Day 1, D Sevilla.
Emerging from the shadows with Cryonics Wraith, please welcome the last seed from the last chance and the last hope for Indonesia, Alter Ego Ares!
Awakening with Hermit Chrysalis, closing out our finalists with our host country in white from Thailand, Vampire Esports!
Let's give a big thank you to the cosplayers and the teams for that incredible showcase. They brought the world of PUBG Mobile to life in the most spectacular way.
ขอเสียงปรบมือให้กับคอสเพลเยอร์และนักแข่งทุกทีมบนเวทีนี้ด้วยค่ะ ต้องบอกว่าโชว์เมื่อครู่นะคะก็คือการปลุกโลกของ PUBG Mobile ค่ะให้ลุกขึ้นมามีชีวิตจริงเป็นโมเมนต์ที่สะท้อนพลังของ e-sport ได้อย่างสมบูรณ์แบบเลยทีเดียวค่ะ
Before we get into the official matches, as most of you know, the first time ever, this year's Pmgc introduces the Egg Smashing, a brand new feature reserved exclusively for our champions. This adds a unique twist to the celebration, offering special rewards from Infinix and a memorable moment for the winning team.
และก่อนที่จะเข้าสู่
Up towards northwest Nanshuan. Hongshan on the old plane path. Xavier out, and again the guys on the desk talking about how Xavier could be the one to really get things back up to speed. E-Arena over on the east side dropping out, but not really the team that we are looking out for. DRX as well doing fantastically for South Korea. Alter Ego on this map with 10 elims over on Rosemary. Wild with 8. Loxy with 6. Hey guys, you gotta trust me. I don't think Regnum Kai is the Rondo team. The stats may say something else. We have to ignore the stats. Mad balls out over towards that top side. Alter Ego jumping out. Now, I think for Alter Ego today, I'd love them to get into a top 5 and remain there by the time we finish. And that means being a little bit more... having a little bit more togetherness, right? A little bit more togetherness in the old Alter Ego meatball. Red Bull finding the first, though, over towards Xavier. They do lose Paragin right off the bat. What a tremendously bad start for them. Xing shot over towards Zeus from Flash. Getting themselves a nice little knock there. Match point 125. Got to reaffirm that point for you guys.
Vampire in the hot drop. Looking to try and keep the points on side. 1 point already. Xavier bumped. A little bit further away. Ooh, Team Flash, though, in a tough spot up here. Win. Last player in location. Fairly split and already going for the recalls.
Thunder Talk. VJ. Onside. Yes, much win going down to Sighting as Thunder Talk to put up some more points here on the game. Sighting looking for a little bit more. His Vampire's getting a little bit of points right now. It's Xavier losing even more right here. They have one player still going, but it's Levi's. Probably the fall here versus Meowla. A good shot, and there is some chance from the crowd. Extremely pleased how this one's going down. The arena, though, it's a bit on tie action there. No real words or moves. Kara looking over towards R8, and R8 taking a tumble there. Recall beacon coming through. Gets right back into business, though. Not really making too many mistakes, most of our teams. Alpha 7. On our screens right now. You get that Pmgc code redemption there. PUBG United 2025. Get those rewards back at home. Last time you'll be seeing them today. And D Plus here again. And I think we can be pretty confident that D Plus is likely not going to grab themselves another chicken dinner here on Ronda. It's outside of them usual behavior, right? Which is the last game that we get into. And I have my boy Hot Jukes. My boy Hot Jukes on the cast right now.
Let's go, dude. Hey, stepping in the mix. I am so
hey,
excited.
hey.
We're in this, baby.
Let's get
go.
it.
Rondo action. Oh, man. You know what? This is so exciting to see. I'm shocked. I'm shocked that we're not seeing that crazy, like, Neox Factory hot drop here.
So this is what I was saying by myself over here, obviously. You know, just talking to myself, talking to the guys at home. It's been quiet. It's been real quiet so far. And I think most teams are just looking to get those points pumped up a little bit more. Honestly, if you are any team inside this lobby, you're looking to stop Alpha 7 dead in their tracks, though. That's really important.
Yeah.
So you sort of coming to this agreement early on in the game is like, we kind of don't want to give away points early.
Yeah, I mean, if you're every other team, you got to have a serious eye when it comes to A7. If you even hear shots and you notice them in the feed, like, you need to be heading that direction, to be honest. Yeah, because, I mean, even if you're a team that, let's look at GOAT, 9th place, 69 points, all right? They're going to need some serious points here to step themselves up in the prize pool. They don't want this tournament to end any earlier. You know, trying to get first place is going to be tough. But if you can stop them, I think you got it. Let's see what E-Arena could do here as Joker with the run over.
Man.
Gets a nice little elimination here off the rip.
I think he crunched the car in. Sort of served him up on a plate on the underside of the vehicle. A little bit of the hot plate there, to be honest with you.
Sunny side up.
It's very much sunny side up. And the arena's still going. Lewis here with nade in hand, looks to pop it over towards Tony K, but we'll put the pin back in for the time being, but there is shots from across the way too, so a little bit of a side angle. Not sure what Joker thought he was doing there. He did just play right into their hands.
Yes, he did. Let's see what Lewis can do here. He's got that nade locked and loaded. This should be a pretty easy one to hit. Yeah, Turney knows. I got to go ahead and push up, but it's a little bit too late. Lewis getting the flush, and that's E-Arena in big trouble with only one left.
Yeah, one player left alive there. We'll just get the res beacon on.
He's
it's fine.
there.
You know, we need more men in here, and more man's the one to do it.
Getting it locked and loaded here. And this is the squad everyone's got their eyes on. Alpha 7 playing it very careful all the way up in the north side. Thunder Talk is mighty close, though. Let's see if they happen to get into some action here in a second.
Yeah, I think for Alpha 7, you're trying to play it as safe as possible. Currently, they're right on that north side. And it is worrying them being around Thunder Talk. This team sort of is a little bit topsy-turvy in terms of their gameplay. So at any moment, they could just swing to the side like that shark, the Flint shark.
Yeah. You know, it's always like, those are always the biggest threats to these teams that really got nothing to lose here. The local squad showing out for their hometown. The crowd going crazy. 5 eliminations here off the rip. They got to be feeling pretty good.
Absolutely. They got to be feeling real good right now.
Oh, yeah.
Back in business.
Back in business.
Back in business. R8 the Saudi team. Honestly, I've been very impressed with R8 throughout the entirety of this tournament, throughout the entirety of Pmgc, in fact. Very, very good stuff coming through from R8. I can only hope that they continue. I'm very excited to see what this team can put up in future years as well. I mean, there's still a chance to day 4. They're not exactly too far behind. But you're right. The circle shifting over towards the west side and shifting on top of D+ is a bit weird.
Yeah.
D+ get a win on their first game of the day. They're like, hey, there might not be a last game.
Yeah.
So we got to do it first.
We can't mess around here. You know, it's so crazy. I was talking a little bit on the desk. We got a chance to talk to them. And you could just see the frustration on their faces because I was like, you know, why is it? What makes the last game so different for you guys? And they all just looked at me just stone-faced. They were just like, we don't know. We don't get it. Like, why is it that we win the last match? I don't know, but I'll take it. And you know what? Hopefully we see them make an adjustment. That last game, though, yesterday, it put them in the show. That's for sure, right? They're at 62 points right now. If they win this Ronda, we've seen them put up a 30-point game in the past. They just got the circle here. Who knows? Who knows what could happen?
Who knows?
Who knows?
We'll know in 10 minutes or so.
That's a fact. That's all fact.
But yeah, I think for D+, people were very, very surprised with that performance yesterday. 18 elims was pretty monumental for that squad. Reclam Kai here, spotting a team sidling on pass. I mean, Flash getting a little bit close for comfort. They are quite literally brawling in the vehicles. And Flash just does not give a damn.
Yeah, out of there. Out of there. Man, it's so interesting. Honestly, I'm sensing nerves. I'm sensing some tension in the air here on the final day. Yeah.
It's very obvious here in Rondo. I think even on that Miramar we had Impala, yeah, really not a lot happens on Impala usually anyway.
Yeah.
When you get a circle like that. But there was even less happening here at Pmgc. Teams are like, hey, we're going to sit still. We're not going to make too many mistakes. Vampire, though, on the other hand, you're right. Nothing to lose here. This team has everything to gain. And they are being the one team, I think, that's starting the most fights in the lobby.
Yeah. And it happens to be against DRX, right? DRX are already down one player. They're in second place right now. They cannot afford to lose this. And Hyunbin gets a huge nade. They're onto the bowl. Let's see what Lazarus can do. Uh-oh. Not the best start to this one. DRX. Yeah, closing the vice grips. Oh, and getting those elimination points.
Yeah, that wasn't the best start. Was not the best start for Lazarus at all. Whatever.
Hey.
Whatever. It happens. It happens.
You know what? I appreciate it, though. I will admit, right? If you're a team at the bottom, go nuts.
Yeah.
Go start
Today's
pushing
the
everybody.
day.
You know, like, you can't possibly make a historic comeback if you don't go for it. And just sitting center circle ain't going to make it happen.
I mean, they're doing it again. They really do not care. They're just sending in teams that are feeling a little bit scared today, but Vampire's ready to bite down on anyone that comes across them on their path. Luckily, we move away from the water up towards that northwest side, a little bit easier to work with. We do have that high ground set around where Alpha 7's currently playing as they wrap downwards. We also have Alter Ego making that same approach. It's a worrying one for Alter Ego being so close towards Alpha 7. This is a big spray down coming through from the Mad Bulls, and Alpha 7 might just be pinched here, Hot Jukes.
They're in big trouble. Let's see how they're going to be able to get out of this one here. One thing that's always so good is out for Alpha 7 is they're so good at that edge-style play. But I totally get it right here. They got a good beeline right towards the center. In this position, honestly, Alpha 7 would want to kind of have a little bit of a handshake agreement with Mad Bulls. Just say, hey, you know what? Y'all stay on this side. We'll stay on this one. And just finish this out top 2. But if you're Mad Bulls and you realize it's A7, you got to go for this fight.
Yeah, you do. I mean, they've already got that first knock, right? So they know. They've got a good, clear idea of who this is. For the Mad Bulls, you know, they are down in 10th place. But the thing for them is that for a 10th place team, it means all the more to stop Alpha 7 in their tracks. Because that gives you so much more opportunity throughout the day to climb those ranks. You're probably not getting first place, Jukes.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you might be getting 5th, 4th, 6th. And that's a big jump up in cash.
That's a fact. I mean, even Mad Bulls, I mean, it's so crazy because you can put a 20-point game up here, and you're at 65. Dude, you put 20, you're in 5th place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, man, I guess I get why teams are playing this so passive because it's still all possible. But at the same time, like, you know that Alpha 7, DRX, Alpha, they're gonna get a good game under their belt.
Yeah, they looked at D+ yesterday like, this is one game, is it? Just one game? That's all you need?
18 eliminations.
You tell me that's all you need?
That's it? That's it? Hey, well, you know what? Tony K ends up getting his whole squad back up for the most part. And now they are back in the action. 6 eliminations here off the rip. Uh-oh.
I mean, Doc does go down. He's on a bit of a Doc split.
It's a bit.
It is actually quite a wide split right now from APG.
That's full-fledged docketing right there.
Yeah, and I mean, in my head, every time I see this, I'm like trying to make sense of why it's happening. Is it bad? Is it good? Because I'm like, do they have like some secret strategy? Kind of no. Reefus does go down. Kraken's like, why is that nade not popped just yet? So runs out the side. But I think Zio's very nadeable here.
Ends up dodging it for now. Let's see what Zio can do in a 1v2 situation. He's got the S12K. Ah, great teamwork there from GOAT, shutting down APG.
You know what I will say, Jukes, though? We're coming way back to everything else that always happens. If Doc goes down, everyone does not need to die for Doc to live.
No! Save the Doc! Save the Doc!
We don't need to save the Doc. He's not the goddamn medic on the team. He's not. He might be called Doc, but he is not administering
Maybe
any
that's
help.
the problem.
Yeah,
Maybe he needs a name change. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
I think so.
Let's see what happens here, though, as we get moving on here. Team Flash, right here on the edge of circle. They are way far out of the zone, especially considering Ulf is going to be gatekeeping them. So they want to get this fight done as fast as possible.
I mean, Alpha 7 still staying up in this game. I mean, they are on 3 players, but they are living and they have a spot to play with, which is nice. I think most of the teams coming through on that northeast side, the ones that are going to struggle a little bit. D Plus have had their compound cut out. Thunder Talk taking shots over towards Bose, and I mean, Bose as well as the Flash are kind of visible on this lineup.
Yeah.
For Kara, it's been the most annoying for them.
Ooh.
They've dealt with Vampire, and they've dealt with Flash coming over here as well, and they're just struggling to leave.
They can't catch a break here. And this is the problem, is like, especially when you're in the final day, every point matters. If you're caught in a spot like that, they're going to do everything they can to soak up those eliminations and stay there even longer. And that is Regnum Karya out. So the 5th place team not able to get a single elimination here in Rondo.
Yeah. Well, I told you. I told you guys. Regnum Karya is not a Rondo team.
That is a fact.
Okay, I did say that.
Fact.
I did say that.
Yep. True, proven to be true.
I'm
'Cause
redeemed.
that's it for Rondo.
I feel like I'm redeemed. That's it.
Yeah,
that's it for Rondo.
No more second chances here. You know.
Ghost doing kind of well, honestly, this match. 5 elims, only 2 players. APG's out. Again, for APG, so annoying. So very annoying. I thought we kicked that bad habit ages ago for APG. If Doc goes down, we just do not need to send the whole squad.
Yeah, it's so tough. And it's so crazy, especially here at this later stage. So close yet so far. You got DRX there, now moving into the zone. In some trouble here, though. You got D Xavier, Bada Jin, throwing some nades from downtown. Oh, looking really rough here. Hyunbin has to hit the shot and misses
Sorry?
it.
What was that?
I don't know, that smoke was...
You haven't seen a spray like that before?
Maybe he thought he ran into the smoke on the right, but his teammate runs right into a nade from Nate T. And Hyunbin, oh my goodness, these nades are devastating for DRX.
Did he swing around in his chair? Gyro got mixed up? What happened? What happened? DX Xavier is absolutely picking them to pieces. And DRX down.
Wow.
On a really good chance as well there. And it's DX Xavier to go a little bit further. I'm so incredibly surprised by what we saw from Hyunbin. Usually he's so on point. He had vision for so long. Yeah. I don't know what happened over there.
Just missed the shot. That's so unfortunate here. I mean, this is the pinnacle of PUBG Mobile esports. The nerves are at an all-time high.
I felt like he missed the shot on purpose. Yeah, it's like he saved his life.
Yeah, he did.
I don't think you can call that missing the shot. He was like, I'm going to give you a pass.
There you go. Just, hey, survive. Survive. And honestly, for D Xavier, that's best case scenario.
It's huge.
Right?
It's huge.
They take out DRX. They get 4 eliminations. They heard the desk complaining, say, hey, it's about time you put some points on the board with eliminations, not placements. So that's a great start for them. But how are they going to finish here as we're about to reach the next circle? Where's it going, Blake?
I'm going to call Southwest. We're going Southwest on this one.
Center.
We're going to keep you going center?
Center, dead center.
Okay,
Make it toxic. Wide open field. North!
Oh, northeast.
Oh.
Okay. It does keep D plus in. I mean, D plus very happy about this, and we are going to go from the technical back-to-back here.
Right you are. D plus on the north side, trying to get the first win of the day rather than the last. And they got 4 points so far, 66 total. This could be the craziest, it will be the craziest comeback in esports history if D Plus were to do something
they're
crazy.
just like, yeah, I don't feel comfortable losing.
Yeah, you know what? The Death said it was impossible for them to come back. Maybe we just make it possible.
Yeah. I think that's the thing. They're playing a mental warfare with us right now. They're saying, hey, you know, we can only win on the last game on Miramar. No one's afraid of them. They're like, then they bring out the special, day 3.
The zone even goes their way. Everything's lining up perfectly for it. A7 got into the circle. No elimination so far. They're playing it very careful.
Oh, my God.
Amori with the stiff arm.
Crazy stuff going through from Amori there. I mean, the way he just stepped out as well, that's confidence.
Dude.
That's confidence.
He's one of those players. He's just one of those clutch factor players that's going to make that big play. Let's see if he can do it again, though. Sitting. Uh-oh. Oh, my gosh, he does! The heat-seeking missile from Amori keeps his team alive a little longer. Now Sitting is out with Parajin coming in for the third party.
Damn.
He wants that Porsche Cayenne.
He does want that Porsche Cayenne.
He wants it real bad.
Bad. Well, okay. I mean, Murray not willing to give up just yet. Alpha 7 looking to make the cross now. This is the most important thing happening in the circle right now. And this is a good ramp down towards the south side. But it's not far enough. They've got to go further than this. And Xavier wrapping around the wings there, down to 3 players. Weezao lines up the nade, knows he's on the tree. That's nasty.
Oh. Alpha 7, the teamwork coming in here clutch with the run over. Xavier having to drive away from this one. They are in the zone, though. Now going to have to switch focus and trying to gatekeep A7. But A7 should be able to make a wide wrap to the south. Xavier getting peppered, though, trying to find a spot in the inner circle here.
Yeah, I think they could easily make a wide wrap down towards that south side, over towards Amori. I think that's 100% possible. But also, it's Amori, so I don't know. We'll see if he goes for the 1v3. It's very hard.
If he gets this 1v3, oh my goodness.
It will be legendary. Will actually be legendary.
He needs to get that Porsche Cayenne, and what do you think the first song he plays?
Yeah.
It's got to be That's Amori, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Let's take a look at Alter Ego, though, here. Finally, all 4 players up in the end. Let's see.
You were saying a big chicken dinner pie in the sky? Is that what we're going for? That's Amori?
Yes!
Okay. I get it now. I get it. I get it.
It seems on brand.
Yeah. I think it is. I think we made it on brand.
That's right.
Great nades from D+, though. Ulrigo pretty tightly knit at the moment. That's a lovely circle again for D+, but they got to win this fight. And the fact that Ulrigo was able to get here is pretty nuts to me.
Finally, though. Finally, all 4 up. Can they hold on, though? D+, look at that. You got Chips way far in that back line there. Holding off the angles. When is he going to try to get that rotation to his team? I'm not sure if he has a vehicle there. Madbolt's just trying to steal some eliminations on the edge. But this is the big battle right here from center position.
Oh, just taking nades back and forth. Rosemary not down yet. Alva's going to need to start looking to get that res soon. Drops into the tiny ditch. It's a nice airburst. It's an insane airburst. I'm surprised Alva doesn't go down to that as well.
That man is half an HP at this point.
He is.
Does
Got that 0.5.
Yeah.
And we don't round up.
No, we do not. Krypton looking to round out his MVP performance here. This is such a tough spot to hit nades. He's got the airbursts have to be perfect, and Noble is really doing a great job. Alva down again, now knocked, and here comes the flush from D+.
Yeah, they're not messing. I think it's kind of a crazy push, though, knowing that Madball sort of have that sidelines over towards this. Amuri somehow runs himself over. He's doing a wink, nod over towards the Porsche at the moment, but it's Alter Ego to go down, and D+.
Uh-oh.
They'll lose a player, but they maintain control over the center. And they take a knock there. 8 elims, though. This is a pretty good start.
This is a really good start. The big thing, though, I'm looking at, though, is Alpha 7. They're still alive. Remember, guys, the smash rule. The smash rule comes into effect. If they win this game, that's 10 placement points. They are officially in that smash zone.
Yeah, I mean, Amuri eliminated himself. So they didn't even have to worry about wrapping down towards that south side. It's fine.
He didn't want Alpha 7 to get the point.
That's true.
That's what he sensed Alpha 7 nearby. It was like, oh, we cannot let this happen. I'm out of here.
I can feel that spiritual presence.
That's right. The pressure.
The spiritual pressure. Alpha 7's reality is pretty high right now. It is true. It is true.
Oh, boy. The calm before the storm here. Stage 6, everyone's just waiting for this next zone. This is that planning phase. Right now, all the IGLs telling their teammates, hey, zone goes this way, we're going that way. Zone goes on us, shoot at everything that moves.
I mean, for Manpulse getting themselves up towards that point on the side, or at least having an anchor there with Lemon is big. Weezow goes down, and he is absolutely unresable. But it's second place for Elims. That's the 10 points. That's them on match point, right?
Yep.
Do you know what? For them, they don't even care about this chicken dinner right now. They just care about hitting 10 points.
That's the goal. That's the goal. If they can do it here in match 1, they have 5 more matches where all they got to do is the same thing. Even if it's a 0 elimination chicken dinner, they're champs instantly.
Yeah. And hey, I mean, America is one of the few regions where we actually did see Smash happen.
Sure. So that's a big experience that they have amongst everybody else. They saw how the Wolves were able to get it done.
Like, they just play passive?
Survive?
Like cowards? Yeah, look, we can do that. I'll do that for some free, a bit of the free meal.
I'll wipe my cowardly tears with $100 bills.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Right, so right.
Absolutely right, all day long. Revel, he's looking for that MVP. I remember the last time I talked to him at the World Cup when they won. And I was like, what's the first thing you're going to buy? And he said, a brand new car. So he might just
might not need it.
You might get a free one here.
Yeah. No matter, brother. Every time I've talked to Revo, super nice guy.
The best.
Super nice guy. It does remind me that the other players I'm trying to talk to don't speak English, but he'll talk to me in English as much as he can. And I'm like, thanks, bro. I appreciate it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Spread the good word. Let's see what happens, though, here with Team Plus. 9 eliminations. The big threat again is A7. They're outside of the circle. They're on the south side here. We'll have to see what kind of utility they have to be able to get in this next zone. But honestly, if they just wait a little longer, there could be a fight that rings out and they could third party it.
A lot of emergency flares going down right now.
They're the open.
Are in full effect. But some good usage of the nades here to create small craters for Alpha 7 to get up, but time is running out. Absolutely, time is running out. But they just want to get up towards this tree, right? Once they start getting towards these trees, life becomes a little bit easier. Kind of curious on the smoke situation on that team, though, because they do need those relatively soon. Carrillo goes down. I think prospects for Revo aren't looking too good right now.
This is tough. Yeah, once they realize it's A7, the whole lobby's not going to stare here. Yeah, Revo running, gets into the dip, survives a little bit longer, but I don't see any other team even looking in any other direction. They're like, Alpha 7's there, we got to stop him.
Come on. I mean, yeah, no smokes, no nothing. She's going to have to do it whatever he can. Straight back down. Oh, my God.
Zone, it's coming.
He's got nowhere to go either, I don't think. He's going to be right on the outside. He just needs other teams to fight one another. That means being in this next circle.
It's not going to happen. I'm telling you.
He's going to have to make the run of a lifetime.
Every player, every player is staring just like, no, you must go out, and then we'll figure out everything afterwards.
Yeah, 4th place, I don't think that's going to be enough. It depends how many Elims Alpha 7 were able to get this game, but we'll tally all that all up over on the desk when you head back over there.
Yeah. Make a little shimmy, a little shuffle on over there real quick.
E plus, though, top 3.
That's big. They already got a good amount of eliminations, too. Let's see what they can do against the Mad Bulls, though. Mad Bulls definitely have the advantage here when it comes to high ground, but this is out of sight of the circle. Oh, there you go. D Plus are out just like that. It's Mad Bulls versus Ulf.
Ulf with a lot more to lose here. I think Ulf so far, they won yesterday's rondo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're looking to make that number 2 today. And Ulf, the util looks pretty nice. I think both teams like kind of are starved out a little bit. They've got enough grenades to work with. I think with that circle moving over towards the east side, though, it's feeling like the Wolves going to be eating good again at the start of the day.
It's possible. The thing is that they have the positioning, they got the cover. The problem is they're so separated. If one gets knocked, there's just no res coming out, especially for Solus there on that off angle. So Solus just needs to play this very quietly, wait for the zone to push Mad Bulls, and just not get knocked. That's the big key for Solus here. He's got good coverage here with his dip.
Really does. Pusher's making a hell of a move out to the side. Ketch catches it. He's not letting that happen. Not one bit. For Mad Bulls, that drops us down to a 3 versus 3, which is infinitely easier to handle. That is a long lob on the net. Oh my goodness me. What a barker.
See his player cam. He smiled after that one, hitting a nice little headshot. Oh, almost runs right into the nade though. Catch on the drive up, hits the headshot, and now it's just Tulika all by himself.
Tulika on the sidelines. Catch this! As Catch will find himself an unreal finish. Some insane bravado towards the end there. Coming through from Ulf. They didn't want to play that one out slow. They just wanted to go. And they find an incredible win over at the start of the day. That's going to push them up by quite a bit, guys, as well. I think we got to take into consideration a little bit of that. For Alpha 7, I don't think they got enough points there to make sure that they got over towards match point, but who knows? I was kind of focusing on a lot of other things happening in that lobby. With D+, get a few points on board. They're pushing things up. Mad Bull's not able to make that push. I feel like Mad Bull's had some decent rotations during the majority of that. Unfortunately, it does just all go to pot in the end with kind of an aggressive push from, I mean, no less than Pusher on their squad. But yeah, I think that did look infinitely better for Mad Bulls than recently. Let's take a look at what the desk has to say about that last match.
And what a match that was. Look at this last fight here with Ulf and Mad Bulls. I saw you pop it off here, Max.
Oh, yeah, Mad Bulls. What a game. Hey, by the way, welcome back to the desk.
Oh, yeah,
Just back with the boys over here. No, what a game from Mad Bulls. And there was one pivotal play here that I know that Me7 were talking about that allowed them to get in a game-winning position for Mad Bulls. It was to make sure they coexist with D+ Kia. But all of that, anyways, does not work out because Ulf are the true kings of Rondo here, going into Pmgc Grand Finals, back-to-back win. Yesterday was just one player, Scarface, making it happen, and here it's a full squad effort to secure that chicken dinner.
And talk about teams maybe targeting Alpha 7 there as boy. In that top 4, it looked more like a 3 versus 1. Everybody was just keeping their eyes on Revo and what they were going to be able to do for Alpha 7. A completely different pace of game style here as we're looking at the stats from Ulf. Congratulations, Ulf. That's back-to-back now with even more eliminations this round, actually being able to double the amount of eliminations that they got in the last one. But going back to what I wanted to say with Alpha 7, we didn't get a hot drop between them and Team Flash in Hemai Town. Team Flash actually decided to back off, which gave Alpha 7 even more time to play it slow. And we saw them playing slow, trying to find their way into the circle, Max.
I actually think it's a really good game plan for Flash to not hot drop it because, yeah, you lose 3, maybe full squad if you go for a full commit hot drop.
Yep.
You're giving half the points pretty much that Alpha 7 need to get in the Smash Zone. So very happy for them to give that one up. Though, some other hot drops were happening all over the place. We had here, for example, Kara versus R8. And again, Omori.
Oh.
The clutches later on in the mid-game were just mental with the nades, especially cooked right around the corner. Beautiful execution. I'm telling you, Omori, again, still top player currently for the MENA region.
Max, you were absolutely right. Because
So wait, say that again?
Amori. Max, you were almost wrong. Amori just kept playing and popping off for the squad, making sure that he ended up clutching up. One thing that I do want to mention, a completely different player, one of my favorite players this Pmgc, none other than QXZZC from DRX. The way that player was able to just clutch up for the squad, go by himself, and make sure he had to drive between a lot of squads just to go for the recall.
It was like 4 or 5 teams, and he was able to barely make it out, go outside of the circle, out in the blue, go for the recall, gets the 14 back up and tried to push back in. And then Xavier, the one time, they're like, how about we start playing aggressive? They go after DRX, the nades in that dip were just so easy to pull off. Not saying that it was not a bad play from Xavier. They was definitely well executed and aggressive at the right time to try and clear some space on the edge. But DRX, if you're on a bad dip like that, maybe it's just best to leave the dip, go on the offensive against Xavier so you don't just get naded into oblivion.
Yeah, let's take a look here at the match ranking. Oh, 24 points, Mad Bulls with 14, D+. Hey, starting off the day here with a nice 14 bomb 7.
One thing that I'm seeing here, those teams at the top, they're not in this first page of the match ranking. So that means that Alpha 7 was not able to do enough to get in that Smash Zone. We're going to have to play another match and see if they can get enough points. And as well, here you go. You got
Oh.
APG, just 3 points. DRX, just 2 points. Regnum, 0. These are squads that were wanting to hunt down Alpha 7, and Alpha 7 ends up gaining even more points on them, Max.
It's actually kind of mad because you're looking at Ulf, right, that was still in a really good position, and the fact they get themselves such a big chicken dinner here actually allows them to jump up significantly. They were currently in, that was going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th position right now.
Wow.
And because all the teams you already stated here,
Yep.
7 got taken out of the equation.
Not yet.
Not yet, indeed, but it could happen right here, right now. 5 points, honestly, shouldn't be a real sweat for Alpha 7 to get here, but they are playing a little bit differently, right? We heard 7, he was talking about how Alpha 7 kind of went full passive mode, which we get.
Hey,
Right?
yeah. It's not them though, is it? It's not them.
Yeah. And that's the thing, is that when you adapt your play style here at such a big stage, man, you can get in your head so easily, second guess yourself on pushes, and that little hesitation at this high level, I mean, that could make or break you.
For Alpha 7, I mean, they're a team that loves to just play their own game, right? They want to take that position in the circle. They're going to go for it. I don't think they really suit that passive play style. I think once you hit that, I think you just got to play, get out of your head right now.
Yeah.
Once you're on that match point, sure, you got time. You do absolutely have a little bit of time to work with. We're going down from the southwest over towards the northeast. Yaz is in play. We're going to straight back down towards the southwest on this one. So it's going to be a little bit of a late drop for teams over on that northeast side and a late rotate down. But for squads getting out early like Vampire. Oh, God, it's Vampire who's out early, isn't it? Okay, so they're going to get looted and start getting shooting over towards some of our other squads. That's rough. It's rough at best.
See Alpha 7, you know, not going to their North George drop. It was a little bit too far from the plane path, so they go on that east side. You can see them looking to possibly even wrap into Yasnaya here, try to get some loot, and then head on into this next circle. DRX, dead center in the zone. D Xavier as well. One thing that's so crazy to me, though, playing. Oh, wait. Prison?
I don't get this.
Prison?
Yeah, I'm also confused. And it had to be Rosemary, right? It had to be Rosemary.
Always. Oh, Rosemary always getting caught in crazy situations. Man, Alter Ego is that one team that I look at, and it's so hard for me to get a good grasp on them because they have these crazy pop-off performances from single players, great opportunities, but then you just see these weird tiny mistakes that just make them fall apart.
It's funny because, you know, we've been talking about this on the cast quite a bit, where for Alter Ego, they're a team that is fantastic, so much potential, but like you say, they're clumsy. They're kind of like, they're a bit of a Velma.
That's kind of a good way to put it. You know,
They're,
it's like
they're a bit of a Velma team.
you know, it's like somebody lost their glasses, or
Yeah.
there's some kind of communication issue or something that's causing it.
I've tripped.
Yeah, I tripped, I fell, or like, oh, hey, oh, wait. I
Oh,
fell in
oh.
Alpha 7! Was that? Oh my gosh, the turn. Oh, he doesn't know. He has a pistol. Rebel with a pistol. Can he do it?
No
He
way.
can't! And that's Alpha 7 down 2 off the rip.
There's no way you whip out the Mini 14.
The swap.
Yo, it makes no sense. Max looks so surprised. You got the Uzi in your hand? That's not the close range weapon, dude. The Mini 14 is not the close range weapon. Literally doing tricks.
I'll tell you one thing, right? Alpha 7 may have the fact that they have Alpha in their name, right? But with those players down, they ain't saving them. Unlike when it comes to Doc, you know?
That's true. Yeah, for
Yeah.
Alpha Gaming, they would have absolutely just sent
Just
it towards that
save
gas
'em.
station. But yeah, we ain't sending it now. Amuri with the highest elims in the lobby. Followed close behind by Loxy, actually. You know, I think Loxy has had a step up of the year. I think he always in the past was very, very good for Regnum Kaya, and you could always rely on him to be like the fragger of the team. But I think this year he's just set himself so far apart from the rest of the squad. No, that's a bad thing. I think the rest of the squad is very, very good. It's okay to have a superstar on your team, and again, they all provide different qualities, which is something quite rare in squads, honestly.
Yeah.
Where you get a player like Wild, who is your de facto survivor in the team. You've got Silas, who scouts. You've got Zed Wolf, who's the off-angler. And then you've got Loxy just on these really, really good clutch moments and just being that central pusher on the squad. So cool, honestly. And I don't think that roster is going to be splitting or changing around for quite a while. You can quote me on that.
Yeah, they shouldn't.
Yeah,
They should.
They should. They should clip me on that.
Yeah, no, clip me on that, but they shouldn't change rosters.
They should. They should. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm waiting for the time when they do change the rosters, and it's my voiceover, which will be completely deserved, by the way.
Hey, you know what? I'll tell you what. There's been some superstar players that we've seen here in this PMGC, and the one thing that's the hardest thing to teach is clutch. You can only get it with experience, more reps at such a big stage. And, you know, Amori has proven himself, right? That, hey, you know what? When the lights are on, the crowd is roaring, I can hit the crazy shots.
He was born in the clutch, man. 100%. That's where he thrives. That's where he lives now, too.
That's right. Let's see what Doc could do, though. Alpha Gaming on the move when it comes to Ulf. This is starting to get a little bit scary here, you know, because it's shockingly close with how crazy all these squads are.
Yeah.
Almost anybody could put up a 20-point game, right?
7 was talking about this on the desk, actually.
Yeah.
With Inner Circle and Gen G. I can hear you, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was talking about with Gen G and APG, Inner Circle. And then he kind of like lost his point a little bit. And then, you know,
brought it back.
Memory kicked back in again. And he's like, wait, that's what APG and that's what I'm talking about. But he was right. He was right.
Yeah.
In his own delirious way.
Hey, take that all day long. Also take that Polar Party Mini 14. You guys saw it there. Get in the game and get it as soon as you can. As we're looking at Ulf, feeling good, man, after that game one. 106 points in total. They are definitely positioned to be a huge threat to Alpha 7 now that they're only down to 2 players. But what are those last 2 players are going to do? Because you see Carrillo, he's already on the western side of Gatka, or actually North Quarry. Putting himself in a good spot. I think it's hide and seek for Alpha 7 this game.
I think it's hide and seek as well. 5 points, it's not a crazy amount to put up. As 2 players on a angle, it feels a little bit improbable. But it's not out of the world of possibilities for that squad. And I think between Carrillo as well as Obscure, they got this. It's just you can't really be going down to Flash like that. That's a rough one over in gas station.
Oh man, they didn't see that coming. That's for sure.
They were so undiluted as well by the time they got there. I think that was the most stressful part for them because they had made that straight shot from Northeast Isnaya. I thought that they would. I thought they'd wrap over towards North George, honestly.
I mean, it made
but they
sense.
didn't go for it.
And
I think they're playing scared.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It really does. It looks like they're in their heads big time here. I mean, you got Rebel with a pistol going up against an Uzi and a Mini. You know?
But the Mini was the main problem.
The Mini was the big threat. That's for sure.
My Uzi may be small, but my Mini is smaller and deadlier.
That's right. Mighty. That's how you do it. Mad Bull's taking this spot. This is one of my favorite locations when it comes to these zones in Erangel. If you take these buildings, you have such a huge lay of the land when it comes to the south side. It's very difficult to push on. So I like the fact that Mad Bulls are taking the spot early.
Yeah, it's a great spot. Honestly, I've seen multiple times on the kind of circles where they go north on this one, which I'm hoping it is now because that will prove my point in a second. Please, please, please. No, never mind. We won't talk about Everest anymore, I guess.
Yep. No, it's not as good.
We're heading back down towards the swamps, though, which is kind of annoying for Alpha 7 because I think Brazilian teams typically actually play quarry swamps really well, multiple times. And I think that it is frustrating for Alpha 7 now not having all 4 players because this could have been a really, really strong approach for them.
Take a look here as the rotations are starting to ring out here. You got Alpha 7 just hanging out inside a quarry. Definitely a lot of nooks and crannies they can hide in there. Hopefully try to steal some of the eliminations. They only need 5 to put themselves into that smash zone. But everybody right now, the calm before the storm, just trying to find a spot in this next location. E-Arena, all the way still in North George blue. They're rotating in super late here.
Yeah, also annoying for Alpha 7 seeing E-Arena just totally squandering North George. It's like, God damn it, guys. I mean, we could have played that. We could have been here so much sooner, past Hospital. Bit of a different approach here from Alter Ego as well. Regnum Kaya trying to play as central as possible. Feel like they do determine the center to a T. mathematically, but it's Tulika going insane on the shots at the moment. And what is Regnum Kaya doing?
See ya!
They fall flat on their faces.
Back to back as well. What a rough start.
That might be GG, actually.
It could
GG no read.
You're right. What can I say? What are you saying with this? I mean, this is
looks so surprising. Like, damn.
like,
yeah.
damn, that's true.
Yeah.
True.
That's a true one.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
And Regnum Karya crumbling here at the start. That is tough.
They still got time.
Yeah, they still got time. They still got points. But the problem is
that does kill the man.
Yeah, you know what? We were talking about this, Max and I, during all the earlier stages. I call it the last game curse of a tournament like this, okay? The last match of the day is never as you expected. There's squads that know they got no chance of making it, into that first place position. They start pushing people like crazy.
Were you saying like a lich casted a spell on Regnum Kaya today?
I'm telling you, it's like the last game of the day is so wild that you can't depend on it to try and get like a 20-point game or something like that, because it's just not the typical esports PUBG Mobile that we see.
Yeah.
So if I'm a coach or an IGL, I'm like, yo, we got to make something happen here. And now, oh, nice little vehicle switch there from Zeus. Getting knocked, though, and go back and forth. Shots ringing out. Ulf, hear this, though.
Yo, yes. Yes, you're right. You're right on Ulf. Right on Ulf coming straight in here from the sidelines. See if they can clean up off the back of this, but I don't think they got too much of a result off that, Jukes.
Yeah, it looks like Flash were able to just finish that out pretty quickly there. They did hear the noise, but they're going to have to push into this next zone here, as it looks like we're going to get a nice little Quarry Promosk Road finish.
Prefer this one. I prefer this one to North.
Yeah.
Very tough on that north side. Does create that little awkwardness with basically the high ground that drops down towards that low ground on the road. But for Kara as well as Thunder Talk, it's not as bad as it seems down on the beachhead. I actually think that's a pretty nice location to play. It is just that wrap out late game, which is going to be unfun.
Yeah, that zone goes north. They're going to have a hard time. That's for sure. Let's see what Thunder Talk does. They're holding the pier right now. Kara, again, just losing players early. Not the Pmgc that we're hoping for. But, man, they're starting to see a lot of congestion into this circle. Teams finding their spots. This next zone is going to be critical. Let's see what Ulf does. Uh-oh. They may have spotted Zing isolated here. And Scarface pushes up in and out. Zing's going to be in big trouble.
I mean, don't look like it to me. It looks like Zing just does not care. Finally, there's some shots back towards him. Scarface getting taken down as well. So for the second place team, that feels rough. There's Thunder Talk immediately in. We are in gear sighting right now with the immediate crash over towards the rest of the team to administer that triage to the rest of the squad. Keep him up and kicking. It was Vampire to find those shots, and I think that was a lazy, sort of over-optimistic push there from Ulf, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it just looked like they could have pushed him and just been like, all right, 3v1, no problem. But they hear him and just said, oh, maybe we go this way, and then all of a sudden just get taken out. That's what I'm saying. At this stage, any little second guessing, you're going to get punished for it all day long.
I definitely felt like second guessing with
oh my gosh,
Scarface dragging the feet, or in this case, dragging the pop tire. It did not look good, but a lovely nade over the top will take another down. I think that is Resable though, so for Ulf, there's a possibility to keep this game rolling. Especially in second place, they want to put some more points on the cards because you got DRX chasing, you got APG chasing. This is sort of the perfect lineup over towards the top side of the lobby. Honestly, Alpha 7, Ulf, DRX, APG, Regnum Kaya, Alter Ego. What an amazing top 6 we have right now.
Yes, we do. Top 6 ready to go. Alter Ego, all 4 up here, getting towards that mid-game. Getting some sightlines on APG, respecting them though. That is definitely the right play. Where's this circle gonna go, though? That's the question. If it heads over to Quarry, this is gonna be ridiculous.
RA could get a great game out of it, but we'll wait and see. Because you're right, I think there is...
Oh my God.
Hold up.
All right. PMGC circles in full effect here.
You're right. Yeah, we're straight down towards that south side of Vampire. might just be able to eclipse the lobby on this one. This could be a great game from them. They're able to hold the position, but teams are coming in real fast right now. They are burning rubber to get here.
Man, this is a worse circle shift for DRX. They were literally at the tippy top of the north side here. They're going to have to go through so many squads to try and push on in. Oh my gosh, DX Xavier are pushing right through the middle of everybody, but it's Alpha Gaming going up against Alter Ego. Top, gonna have to make this 1v1. Actually, no, Ziola's right behind him, and Alter Ego are out of there. Alva just gonna try and survive by himself.
Yeah, nice clean finish there coming through from Alpha Gaming. 3 elims now. Reefus getting res by Ziol. That was a fairly nice hold there coming through from APG, but you do have D+, waiting in the wings at the moment. Breathing down the necks of Alpha Gaming. Kara as well, just still can't catch a break.
Yeah, can't.
It's been a bad day
It's
today.
like literally everything is just going wrong, and that's the unfortunate part of it. Some people get blessed, and some people have it tough, and unfortunately, that's Kara there. That was a big, big fight, though, for Alpha Gaming, right? 3 eliminations. They take out Alter Ego there. They are now inching closer to DRX. The prize pool jumps significantly here in these top 3.
Yeah, I mean, for DX Xavier, though, I think that was the big thing that we sort of missed there, which is not our fault.
Yeah.
We were focused on the cool,
Sure.
the cool elims, the cool action going on. But they wrap down towards the south, and Kara wants to get a little bit of the pie down here on the beach. They'd like to get underneath the parasol alongside with Parajin and DX Xavier. But nades are spooky here. It's basically whoever can throw more first.
Yeah, that dip is really tough. I get it. I mean, it's so great position when it comes to the circle, but it's going to be very difficult to hold as Alpha very close to Vampire. Remember, Vampire, nothing to lose here. Now with that nade, they are on the push. Here we go. We can see right now Lazarus throwing in some nades. Doc trying to get the res onto Reefus as they inch closer. DX Xavier going to probably pop some shots off here from the third party, but they don't.
APG now look to reset on this one. Kara does go down in the meantime, so DX Xavier save themselves on this. So DX Xavier, they sort of took the slightly less good position, but APG, they wanted the actual position in the circle here versus Vampires, and they are happy to challenge for it.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty tough fight, though, because if they continue to wring these fights out, they're going to get third party, like, for sure. That is such a dominant position.
People want it.
Yeah. But it's also going to be difficult to rotate, too, because everybody's on the edge of the circle. As we look here at the edge, R8 getting into it with E-Arena. Joker making some shots onto Amori. Not going to be able to hit those from that distance. And, yeah, he's going to have to go ahead and take off. But, look, there's Alpha 7. Those are the 2 players right there. Oh, they are in such a tough position at that warehouse. If the zone goes south, which it most likely will, it's going to be very difficult for them to put those 5 points up.
Yeah, people are going to be wanting it. For APG, though, I think they're kind of okay to just coexist with Vampires at the moment, which is probably the best play to go for right now because you don't want to get third-partied. So as long as you can help each other out, you know, help a brother out in the middle of the circle.
Yeah.
We get like second or first. You know, that's okay. We can change that about.
That's the right play, 100%. You know, I think the reason why we saw that fight even start ringing out is because Vampire at the bottom, and they're just like,
we don't want you here.
Like,
we don't have to share. We don't want to have to share, but we will. We will.
Oh, here we go. Alpha 7 trying to get those 5 eliminations. Oh, and they didn't. A 0-point game. And that is going to be one more match we're going to see guaranteed here, Blank.
That is massive news for every other squad inside the lobby right now. Every time we go to that screen and the boys over on the stage are able to see that Alpha 7 aren't in match point just yet, it's one more game of freedom. In fact, 2, honestly.
That's right.
So every time. So right now, the games cannot end until match 4. Every time we move that marker, teams getting happier to try and chase. It is a struggle right now, though, because second, third, fourth, so close together. It is a tight-knit leaderboard at the top side.
I'll tell you what, though, this is huge for Alpha Game, right? The fact that we had Alpha 7 go out, they're in a centralized position. They have the warehouse, 3 eliminations so far. With a win here, that could put them easily into second place, very close to first. Let's see how this is all going to play out, though. You got Mad Bulls going into it with E-Arena. Dead pack middle squad right now. 82 points with 6. Mad Bulls need to win this. Flip getting naded. That is not how you want to start this one off. And now you got Tourniquet on the push. This fight, though, just getting extended, taking so much time. Oh, but that looks like it. E-Arena putting Mad Bulls on the back foot.
600 damage right now for Tourniquet. Looks awesome. Honestly, another nade goes through. Won't be quite the air burst and catches Mormon. But nade inside his hand. Lemon's going to try and push forward, but won't even be able to get the knock there. The Thai team is up to 8 elims on this match. Their run not done just yet. 13th place on the leaderboards, but between 78 in 10th place and 5th on 84 is nuts, right? It's really not that bad until you really get down towards Vampire in 15th with 48 points, but this is such a close lobby.
Really
Everyone's
is.
putting up points. Everyone's putting up points. So if we get to the end of this, if your favorite team went out in 12th, I don't think you can be too unhappy. It was basically 4th.
Absolutely. I mean, we heard as soon as that fight rang out, the crowd going crazy for E-Arena because they realized, 68 points so far. They win this game, another good one. They're in the show for some big money here.
Yeah. It's an amusing one. And they get the entirety of the Northern Circle to themselves after basically being the lone winners of all of that engagement in the woods that sweep across that area.
Take a look here where this next circle is going to go. Will it head on over to the beach? Will it head on over to that long road? Either way, I think no matter where the zone goes, Vampire and APG are going to be good, at least for the next circle. Let's see how they decide to play. Oh my gosh, they are locked dead center of this position. So Vampire, APG, all they got to do is just look at it each other direction, handle everybody else, and that could be an easy first, second place finish from these two squads, but they're going to have to stop the pushes as all teams have their eyes locked on that compound.
Yeah, I reckon teams probably wish that they'd crashed this a little bit sooner.
Yeah.
But this is the thing, I think, for Alpha Gaming.
Oh,
my God!
Bye-bye!
That's some shrapnel. And the King lays down the Scepter. Damn, that's rough for D+.
That one hurt. Here comes E-Arena on the push now. Nice little defensive nade there from Lazarus. Stops Joker. Let's see how they push this. Alpha Gaming are very, very close, but I don't know if they leave this building to push this. Let's see how this goes, though, as Lazarus trying to find the off angles here. E-Arena don't have time to get this res off. They have to fight this. Tourniquet is holding off that position there. Mormon got that nade locked and loaded. Can he hit it on the Tourniquet? He doesn't. We switch on over, though. Tourniquet on the other side. Hey, Vampire making it happen here on the final day.
We ain't the only Thai squad in the lobby.
That's right.
All right. I'll put some respect on the name. Good shots, but for APG, they're starting to sweep right now. Jukes, they're moving through it. Alpha Gaming looking to get something done. Miaulak is down. Lazarus, Tourniquet looking to hold out. A long nade into the building. Doesn't find anything of the sort, though.
Alpha Gaming just had that itch. They could not stay still. Said, you know what, we got to start making the moves. But it's E-Arena that finish out Vampire.
11 eliminations on the match. What a great game it has been here for E-Arena. Marcel makes his way in, but pretty sure NC2 knows, no?
Yes, he does. He has to know. Yep. Uh-oh. Just missed that nade there. NC2 playing it very quiet. Oh, and not going to be able to get that one. As now, look, DRX on the push. Xavier have just been holding this little beach for the whole time, though, being very, very quiet.
I think NC2 might be safe, though, because APG pretty sure now they've cleared him.
That's fact.
They thought he was the last player. Marcel's the one who kind of creeps in, plays body double right there for NC2.
Works out for him here. Now APG are just battling it out with DRX. There's still so many top squads in this one, Blink. You got 2nd through 4th still alive. Xavier in 6th. Big threats. And then, man, it's still so crazy to me looking at these numbers. 12th and 13th place are not that far away.
71-72 at the moment. Thunder Talk, after all the good they did over in their Pmgc, clearing away one of the most dominant teams throughout the league stage. Just have not been able to truly transition that through over towards the grand finals. can we even say that with how close this lobby is? I think we just have such strong teams here. Alpha Gaming, though, I was going to talk about this earlier before we started getting some fighting on board, is that they were the only team with the balls to make this move.
That's right.
All right?
Yep.
They had the gusto to go for it, and I think that that's what a lot of other teams are missing at the moment. I don't think they would have gone for that, but Alpha Gaming is like, this is the winning play.
I love that about Alpha Gaming. You know, like some teams and some players, when everything just starts getting so hectic, they default to a certain play style. And it looks like Alpha Gaming just prefer aggression, right? Let's go and get it the hard way. Just push and see what happens. And this time, it pays off big time. Alpha 7, shockingly, right, decided to go on the passive side of things, and they're getting punished for it. Or they did get punished for it, big time.
Yeah, big time. I mean, APG, likely they'll set themselves up with chicken dinner here and a couple more eliminations for a next game match point. Same with Ulf, they can keep pushing through, but they're down to one player now, so it's a little bit more difficult. DRX, I don't really see them doing it with just the 2 players they have in the 0 Elim game. Maybe if they get up to a top 3, potentially they've set themselves up for the next match, but probably will have to be a pretty large game off the back of that one. But looking at this circle, likely that DX Xavier, Ulf, as well as Thundertalk go down in the next shift, which should be coming through soon. You just got a Southeast hard shift. It's not very likely you're going to get another one, in my opinion.
It's going to be really tough for DX Xavier here. I mean, they still have a path on into this next zone with a crash. But the problem is you got Thundertalk on the other side that are looking at them. Yeah, they're both looking at each other. And that's making it difficult for both squads. Honestly, this is one of those times where, like, if you're Thundertalk and DX Xavier, you should kind of look at each other and be like, hey, let's just push together. Because if we don't fight this out, we're both going out right here, right now. But Alpha Gaming are like, nah, we're not going to risk that. Let's start putting on these shots and get some points on the board.
DRX definitely trying to pick something up where they can over towards DX Xavier. And I think DRX understands that, hey, we are center right now. We do need to sort of capitalize off the back of that. And DX Xavier is the team we have angles on towards. Aaron? Okay.
Sneaky.
Makes it up.
Oh, Thundertalk are so much in trouble right now as Barajin gets knocked in return, but they'll still have plenty of time to get him back up. That's 5 eliminations from DX Xavier. Next circle goes on over to APG.
King still has it, but you're right. It does center up over towards APG, and it ain't easy being the King as he does go down in the circle on that southeast side. DX Xavier slowly mending themselves inside of this circle right now. 86 points. A lot of those points came through from day 1. Day 2 was a complete wash, in my opinion. Absolutely. But this is a big APG game.
Huge game. Huge game for APG. They just broke that 100-point mark. Currently sitting in 3rd place. Oof is still alive, though. They're going to be able to sneak away some placement points here. Aaron's actually in a really good spot on that ridge line. I definitely think he's actually going to get some pretty serious placements. But this fight's going to ring out at any moment. And honestly, it's going to be deciding on who fights first. Like, if you're DX Xavier, what do you do in this position? I think you just kind of wait it out, hope for a fight, and then finally make that push.
I mean, to be honest with you, they sort of control center right now. Stage 9 is where it's all at, and there's not an unlikely possibility that DX Xavier could win this game if they play it slow enough and they set it up well enough. But I think this team is battered and bruised, right? The vests are shredded on this squad.
That's the X factor right there, though. Doc pushing on out, gets knocked top, though, really quick on the res. I'll tell you what, man, if Doc gets knocked, the whole team goes crazy. Aaron!
Oh, yo!
Aaron takes the shots, gets the double!
Oh, my God, I felt it. I felt that. I felt that.
I just got quiet because I was like,
I know, dude.
This is crazy.
I know. I actually saw that happening. I mean, with Aaron, you kind of really can't count him out from making that happen. But for APG, this is terrible news. Now this makes their next game that they play, because getting the chicken dinner now, it's not certain. They haven't had the time to set up going into this Zone 9. They've had to get themselves back up to 70% HP, and they haven't had those stims rolling. So none of them are 100% right now.
Yeah, good thing for them, though. They have that site cleared out now that Aaron's gone. So
I mean, look at that, though. Like, that's a lineup. Right?
That is.
You're about to get gunned down.
DX Xavier, oh my goodness. So set up here with this ridge line. So easy. This is definitely not an easy rotation. He's going to go out, and Top's actually going to
steal.
take that point.
Yeah, nice steal indeed. Top.
11.
11 elims is great. I mean, even if they go down now, it's a 17-point game for them, but I think they would love the chicken dinner as well as all of these elims. Because yes, you lose out on the 4 points from not getting the chicken dinner, but you also lose out on the 4 points right here as well on those players. This is a cheeky angle, a very cheeky angle with a nade on top as well. Paragin's very low, and suddenly Xavier running scared. Another nade sent through, and it is perfect and on point.
They're stuck. They're completely stuck out. Reefus with this off angle is looking too good. That nade locks and loads it. It's all up to Levis by himself, and that is it. Alpha Gaming get the chicken dinner right when they needed it.
It's a massive win for APG. It looked deadly. The two solos almost ruined it for them. Aaron able to find a double and then almost find top of the window. That guy's on target, top on top. Such good work from them. And again, that is a huge game. 4+ points off the back of the win, 4+ points off the back of the Xavier players. That is a big jump up in the amount of points they're able to get. They're in the same boat as Alpha 7 now.
Yeah. Alpha on alpha action.
Alpha on alpha
I'm telling
action,
you, this
right?
is crazy.
There can only be one.
The battle of the alphas right here. I mean, and you know what? They showed their alphaness by making that push onto Vampires. We take it on over to the desk.
So much, Jukes, a battle. Thank you so much, Jukes. A battle by the beach finish on our Erangel, first Erangel of the day here, day 3 of the Pmgc Grand Finals. And it's getting spicy. Battle of the Alphas, as Jukes said, Max.
It's maybe not Alpha 7, but I know that here's 7. He's hyped. The Alpha Gaming win you've been waiting for. It finally happened, and in a very interesting fashion here for Alpha Gaming.
The team that I ended up picking to be my champions for 2025 PMGC finally waking up, and to be fair, I gotta give them props because this team was able to adjust. I even mentioned at the beginning of the day, I was scared that some teams were going to bridge camping. That ends up happening with Ulf ends up backing up, they delay it, and then Alpha Gaming. We finally see the aggressiveness. We finally see the fragging power max from all these players, even with Dogs. 603 damage, he's still able to perform for the team, but there was something that happened at the end that we were a bit of scratching our heads.
The docketing came back for one game, and Aaron almost got himself a double onto not only Doc, which he did end up flushing, but almost got also the knock and the flush onto Zyol, trying to go for the final res and saving Soldier Doc, but it did not work out, luckily enough for APG. They keep 3 players alive, and even play the roof angle, which I was screaming at the end at Xavier, just deny the points, don't give it for free, but this is why you want to hold on to your utility until the very later stages of this game, because guess what? They didn't even have to take the fight here, 7. They just chuck 3, 4, 5 nades, squad wipe, easy pickings here at the end.
And talking about Alpha 7, I mean, they only needed just 5 points to get through that smash threshold, and they were not able to. At Circle, I mean, the playing path actually is what kind of set them off wrong. We thought that they were going to go Lipovka. Some other teams ended up overtaking Lipovka. We thought they were going to maybe go on a wider wrap north all the way to Georgia. That was not the case, and they get caught by E-Arena.
I think they tried to change their rotation path, and they just don't know which team is going to be where, and they get caught off guard. They lose 2 players. I mean, who would expect that to happen with Team Flash, right? They got the mini 14 flush at the end, swapping from the Uzi. He got his backup from his teammate Zeus in the back. Very odd playstyle from Alpha 7. I feel like they are feeling the pressure currently in this game, and they are starting to fumble a little bit. The day 3 throw is going on.
It seems to be that a lot of these teams that have high expectations are starting to kind of fumble, right? Alpha 7, Regnum Carrier Esports, another donut. Like, what is going on here, guys?
Yeah, for Alpha 7, the big question mark, I was even mentioning it yesterday, this squad has gone into the final day of a PMGC in the past, in the first place, and they end up choking. Right now, what we're starting to see is I feel like the pressure is starting to get to them. Even though I got a chance to talk to Rebel, even though I got a chance to talk to some of the players, and they were looking confident, they were sounding confident, now they're going to start thinking about it. And right there on your screen is going to be a perfect example.
There we go. Second match of the day. We're going back to Erangel. Second Erangel match of the day. That's a big one right there. And will it be a big one for Alpha 7? Will they finally wake up and get those 5 points, Blink?
I mean, I've been asking it every game.
Come on!
They've been like a bad supermarket because it's never in stock so far. And hey, it's not a lot of elims need to get. Not a lot of points need to get.
This is the same playing path that we saw.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty rough. It's pretty rough for quite a few other squads. Vampire being starting Primos once again. And I think the Vampire really is kind of like the Grim Reaper of the lobby at the moment.
Yes.
They are just wandering around knocking on teams' doors, which is not fun. For APG, though, their holdout over towards Very Pier, those teams kind of left a little bit earlier than expected. I thought that they would gatekeep for a little bit longer, but I think because those two teams come together quite soon, it's like Ulf doesn't really want to deal with DXavier. DXavier doesn't really want to deal with Ulf. Both teams don't really want to deal with APG at the same time. So yeah, it's not worth it to them. Alpha 7 going for something different again. No Rup Noya this game.
Wow. That's
Guys,
different.
You overthinking this.
Dude, and look at the circle. Look at the circle. If they would have landed in the same spot they did in the last game, they would have been so set up perfectly.
Could just drop Yaz, man.
Man, this is going to be a big challenge for Alpha 7. You know, the good thing that they have for them is that, you know, for the longest time, they have been an edge-style team.
Yeah.
And they thrive on the edge, right, being able to get those eliminations. So
great
this
rotates in the end game, yeah, 100%.
It's playing into their strengths here a little bit. At the same time, though, center zone would have been nice.
It would have been nice. It's tough getting across that bridge versus Kara and Thunder Talk. Oh.
Wow.
Damn.
And wild, too, nonetheless.
Guys really are GG no read. I don't want to talk about you anymore.
This is tough.
That is tough. For Alpha 7, yeah, they don't need to be doing all that.
Yeah.
You don't need to be doing all that.
That's the best way to put it at this point. Like, just honestly, I'd be so much happier just to see them play their old game.
Yeah, because the thing is, it's so, for us, maybe if you're just tuning in today, like you're seeing this and you're thinking to yourself, Alpha 7's kind of all over the place a little bit, or if you're just seeing it's like, Alpha 7's playing a little bit weird. For us, it's strange, having watched the entire league, looking at this Alpha 7 now, because it's a very, very clearly different squad than 2 days ago, or even just yesterday.
24 hours. You know, they had a conversation with each other and decided to make those adaptations, and it's just hasn't been working.
Yeah.
And that's the hardest part about, you know, PUBG Mobile Esports is you make these changes, and if it works, you're a genius, right? And if it doesn't work, it's like, why didn't you just do what worked before? And it's just a tough situation.
I think they looked at what Regnum Kaya did over in 2024, which was a little bit more of an aggressive play style. They didn't try and play too slow getting in towards those final day. And it didn't pan out for them, right? Because they got overtaken by another team.
Yeah.
Now, like, okay, well, maybe we can do it better, get it done earlier, and pick up that chicken dinner much, much sooner in the day and just finish out those games. Because Regnum Kaya didn't finish out on those chicken dinners, that's why they lost. But I think that Regnum Kaya played that day fine.
Yeah.
I think Regnum Kaya, in all honesty, deserved to be the 2024 champions. But I think that they got pipped to the post right at the end by a circle that was unpredictable. It was actually unpredictable.
Yep. And it is against a team that is literally the last game of the day record holders, like the best team ever when it comes to the last Miramar of the day of a tournament, because D+ just don't lose for the most part when it comes to that. So it's just it's so tough. It's so tough to lose
some kind of weird tradition.
Yeah, a big, such a huge title in that fashion. And we'll see how Alpha 7 does make it happen here. What do you think about this? I'm starting to think after that Rondo match, because we're talking about like adaptation and like getting in your own head.
Yeah.
I think with the whole lobby focusing on Revel at the end, I think that got in their head even more.
They're like, everyone's out to get us.
Like literally.
Yeah.
Like Stark, no way they don't shoot at each other right now.
Yeah, but that's just the way you have to play the game. You do paint a big target on your back. You have to realize that. But at the same time, just because you've got a big target on your back doesn't mean you're no less of a team.
True.
Because there has been multiple times where teams have tried to hunt them down, try to take them out, but they have turned the tides on that so easily. So I think for Alpha 7, whatever talks they had last night, I think they were the wrong ones, personally.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one to break. Now they're going to be getting gate kept by Kara, of all teams, on that bridge.
I think once they pass 125, though, we're back in regular viewing.
Yeah.
For Alpha 7.
That's for sure.
But the thing is, are they going to cross 125? I mean, they're already taking damage. Crio's down.
Oh. And Thurston.
Yo.
That's it.
This is the worst thing. I mean, 7 yesterday was like, stop smiling. Stop smiling.
Rebel, though, gets a knock in return. That could be that 1 point there. They do have the hovercraft.
Are they getting gate kept
Oh,
right now?
they got one.
Okay.
That's 1 point. 4 more left to go. Carrillo is gone. But now they got Kara on the run here.
Round away, they lose a player, but it's 1 point. It is 1 point. But that's, again, if they're not able to get much further than this, that's a whole nother game. And we don't finish till match 5 again.
We're going to Miramar.
I mean, I was saying yesterday, they're pretty sure we're going to match 6.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely looks like what it's going to be here. The big thing, though, here as well is, I mean, now you got Alpha Gaming, you got Ulf that are right there, too. They can easily hit that smash rule in this game as well.
I think Ulf's slightly more difficult to make happen. It's what, 12 points that they need?
Go take a win. Or even a high elimination.
It'd be a high elimination game.
Yeah.
I mean, for APG, they just kind of have to sneeze when they get across the line.
I think they do, to be honest. I think with how they've been playing so far today, because they're playing their game true to form. And with that last match, the momentum.
They even all just commit Sudoku over towards Doc, right?
Yeah.
They were like, hey.
Yeah. If they didn't do that, they'd probably be here now.
Yeah, exactly.
They would have even done.
But they're like, hey, we're in our final games. We could get into it. We're still going to send it over towards Doc. We're still going to make that same mistake. Obviously, I don't like that. I don't enjoy that. But I respect that nothing can change how they play.
That's
even
right.
the final day of the biggest final of the year.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes it's a war of attrition. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you got to stick to your guns. And that's what they do. And it works, obviously, right? They're in second place right now. They're looking really solid. I am looking here at this zone. We got that mansion circle at play. Tons of teams are already centered on up. Alpha 7 do finally make it past that bridge. They do lose a player. They do get that 1 point. Does look like they're starting to head towards Milta Power, though. Alpha 7 definitely, again, just playing a completely different day here today on the final day. Looking over now. We're going to see where this next circle goes. As far as squads that are be pushing in a little bit later into the zone, we got Vampire. You can see them all the way there. Still trying to catch up to Pmgc. The zone goes on over to Lipovka. So that's going to make things super interesting. You got Ulf dead center in this one. DRX are right there as well. This could be a huge game from these top squads.
Yeah, I think for Alter Ego, this is where I really want to see them start to pop off a little bit. They start towards Lipovka. They have a lot of control towards Lipovka. This is where I want the games start getting a little bit better for these guys. 83 points. It's not that far off. One good game, you're up into the hundreds. D Plus find a little bit of damage for themselves. They've jumped up to 10th now after being in 16th yesterday, and can go much further. Honestly, might even pass R8 eventually. Lamborghini goes down to Kraken. That's from Goat.
And now Paragin getting knocked as well. Mad Bulls are right here too. So D Xavier not looking too hot in this one. They're in 5th place, 93 points. They're definitely in contention, but with this start, it's not looking too hot. Mad Bulls. Mad Bulls, I think, are one of those like sleeper squads for me. They're one of those teams that not a lot of people, I think, were like really focusing on coming into the last day. But I think they're an absolute threat. They're down a player, but they're playing it very aggressive here.
I think the problem has always been with Central Asian teams is that they're so inconsistent. Like Flip and Lemon can be some of the best players on one day and then be some of the worst on the next. And I think that's the difficulty with those teams. I think Mad Bulls have really tried to prove everyone wrong here at PMGC, and I think that they've made a great bid for the top. I don't see them getting further than like a 3rd place, though. That's still a phenomenal result for the Mad Bulls. But But yeah, I would agree. I would agree. I think a lot of people underestimated this team coming into it. Thought they would be bowing out way earlier in the tournament overall in the league stage. So I still think it's a great result being here at the actual grand finals in Bangkok. Zol goes down to tops though.
Uh-oh.
That's a bit rough. That is a bit rough. Is he far ahead? He's way far ahead than anyone else. So at least they have the backstab, but look at that. He's bleeding out so fast here. I think APG likely to go down to 3.
Yeah, let's see what ZL. Yeah, Zol completely out of this one. So APG are going to be down to 3 here as this zone is starting to close. They do end up getting away from it, though. Sometimes you got to make that little rotational sacrifice. Unfortunately, it was Zol for APG.
I mean, losing Zol's not the worst thing in the world. I think they can play on a 3, at least from this stage of the game. It's going to get pretty hectic anyway. Alter Ego's compound is nutty. A really good spot. If they get a Northern Shift on this, I think that Alter Ego can play a massively strong game off the back of it, but it does move down towards Prison once again. We're getting flashbacks to Z7 7Z Globen.
Yeah.
7ZG. Dang.
That's a throwback right there.
Yeah. Front themselves off from the top of Prison.
Let's see right now. Are we going to get that Prison finish here? That'd be wild. We saw one before. At least Prison-esque area.
Prison-esque.
Yeah, Prison-esque.
Yeah, Prison-esque.
Yeah. We saw some jump downs. That was pretty wild. Let's take a look, though, here at R8. 80 points on the board. You know, that's what's crazy. You were talking about Mad Bulls earlier, you know, like that inconsistent team, right? They have those crazy moments, and then they have those moments where they fall off. The crazy part about this is that there's so close on the leaderboards, and so many teams here have that potential where I just think they get a good zone, and they're going to put up 20 points. And I think that's the biggest threat in this lobby. Because
I think it's dependent on the team, realistically. I think right now, if you said to me, Regnum Car, you get a strong spot in the lobby, this is zone 5, yeah, they're going to have a great game off the back of that. Am I thinking they're going to get a 20-pointer? Probably not. I think if you gave Alpha 7 a great spot, stage 5, and then, you know, a really good spot in the zone, I think that's a 20-point easy, yeah. Same for APG, same for DRX, and same for Alter Ego. For all 4 of those teams, though, it's so hard for them sometimes to get towards that late game.
So difficult.
Whereas Regnum sort of has the opposite problem, being center zone, strong spot from zone 1.
Let's see if Regnum could put some points on the board, because they haven't been able to do it at all today so far. Let's see right now. Everybody just kind of getting set up in this circle. Alpha 7 did get another elimination, so they have 2. Here comes a push, though, from Flash onto APG. They have the numbers. Let's see what Doc could do here. He gets 1. That's a huge knock. Gets knocked in return, though. Top goes down as well. Reefus is way too far away, and that is Alpha Gaming crumbling here in this match.
Well, they certainly sneezed, but it wasn't pretty. So they'll go down to 117 points here with just 1 player remaining. Win is trying to keep himself up. Reefus will find Bose now, looking to make this the 1v3 now versus Flash. Heads on in, spraying through the smoke. Cannot find it, though. And that's APG down to the rookie squad of the year in Flash. And Alpha 7, they find themselves another point, inching themselves closer and closer to match point.
I do like that push, though, for Reefus. I think that was the right. I think that was the right play. I mean, he had a couple down. You just had to win that fight. He would have gotten some sick eliminations for his team. Because trying to survive and get placement points here, that's one of the most frustrating things for me. You see a player like, oh, down to 1, let's just go and try to figure out something. Nah, make that push. Try to make it happen. Unfortunately, it just didn't. And at a pretty tough time, too, because they had 117 points. They could have broken into that smash zone in this game, but just weren't able to do it.
Yeah, sorry, I punched my mic.
Oh.
I punched my mic. That was the noise.
Ah.
Probably heard that at home. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
it wasn't out of
frustrating.
anger. No, it wasn't out of anger. It wasn't out. Whoa! Okay, well, I punched my mic. Jukes fell off the stage. We're having a real day today.
Well, we're out here.
He's still got the headset on, though, which is impressive, even though he's in the crowd right now. It's sick.
Dude, the crowd supporting my weight.
Yeah.
Here.
He's like a fallen angel, and they pushed him back up.
Victory. Feeling great right now.
What a day.
What a day, indeed.
John's gone. So's the chair.
Oh, boy.
So's APG. It's all. Yeah, it's not roses and daisies.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
Let's take a look at this, though. Hey, car 98 from Silas. That makes me happy, but unfortunately, we're not going to be able to see him use it as he is getting shredded by R8.
Damn, Silas looking more shredded than that chair, man.
Oh, yes.
Goodness
That
me.
chair is deleted off the server. Oh, boy.
All right, Ulf looking over towards Vampire at the moment. 4 players still up, 51 points, looking to push that a little bit more here at this stage of the game. It's definitely possible to go for, but I think for Ulf this means a lot to them. Tony K is taking a heck of a lot of damage here. Bullets are whizzing past him. Mialak with the hovercraft though, and it is covered by smoke, so I don't really think Ulf sees it to take the sprays. Loxy inside the smoke goes down to the better clutch maestro in Murray. And what a day it's been for Regnum Karya. What a terrible day it's been for Regnum
my
Karya.
gosh.
I think
3 in a row, dude.
yeah.
That's
7.
crazy.
0 points. Yeah. Regnum Karya 0 points. 2. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, so Regnum Karya 0 points on the day.
Unreal.
That's rough.
Let's see what Vampire could do, though. Just trying to disrupt this lobby. Oof! Had a crazy game. The crowd is going crazy. As now you got Lazarus, got that nade locked and loaded on a Scarface, and it hits a target. Now it's just all up to Catch by himself. 1v2 situation. He's down pretty low in HP. Oh, that molly looks so good. Lazarus making it happen here. Just a little bit too far from Catch. But that nade. Oh, the car just saving him by the inch of his teeth right there.
Yeah, that's the mighty tire made of something bulletproof. Not quite
Not
sure
my
yet.
chair.
Trying to bounce off the back of the tree. It's a good maneuver, but Ketch is just going to keep bandaging up. Doesn't really have too much. Go on, take the shots. Take the shots here, Ketch.
Hey, getting a lot of help there from Kara, and that is Vampire eliminated. Catch uses that opportunity to get out of dodge here. He's going to be sending it, though. That's going to be a very tough rotation.
Yeah, I mean, Alpha 7 right on this southeast side. This is probably the fight that we need to take a look at going forward here, because E-Arena do back it off, and Alpha 7 looking just to push a little bit further now. They're only 3 points out. I believe they're only 3 points out. No,
oh, 1 point.
They're 1 point out. They're 1 point out. Okay, cool. We're almost there. It's not that hard. Let's just get that one last point. I think Alpha 7 can do this.
They're on the edge, too. Back against the wall. This is where they play their best.
You do not want to repeat. You do not want to repeat of all the times that we have hit up towards second place, even though they started day 2 in such a phenomenal position multiple times.
This is getting intense, folks. Alpha 7 looking really good in this match. They have a great position in this circle. 1 more point. They reach that smash zone. APG is out. Ulf pretty much down and out as well. DRX down to 1, and that is D+ out of this one. As far as teams that could possibly really make this comeback, make something happen, gotta look at Alter Ego. They got all 4 up here, but they've been pretty missed so far here today.
Yeah, I think Alter Ego has a real good chance. You are right, it has been hit and miss, but this is more hits than miss from Go. An immediate removal of the Mad Bulls. Well, no stampeding for them. They were basically cut down in the tracks right there. For APG, if they win a PMGC championship, it will be Zol's second.
That's right.
It'll be another player that does the multiple, at least, not the back-to-back, but has multiple wins in PMGC under his belt. One of the few other players, in fact, that's able to do it. Because Regnum Karya with Silas wasn't quite able to get it done last year.
And then right here towards the end, man, first 3 games, 0 points for Regnum Karya. I know he's got to be super frustrated. Let's take a look, though, here. Alpha 7, they do have a hovercraft here towards the end. That could pay dividends. Obscure with a big off angle right now, just trying to cover his squad. Let's see E-Arena driving on up, getting mighty close. And they are having that hovercraft to just get some more information, kind of bully squads away from him. Because Alpha 7, they don't want to get engagement right now. They kind of want to just wait it out, see where this next circle goes. But if they have the opportunity to outnumber players, I think they take the fight.
With 3 players, it is hard to find someone to outnumber at the moment, other than towards the center of the lobby, where a lot of those solos have sent. For Alpha 7, it's basically just a case of trying to make sure you keep tabs on E Arena. Nades going downwind, over towards Paragin. Xavier, Vic up and alive, but Killer Joe did go down for GOAT. So they are limited players now.
Yeah, you can see GOAT there. 79 points on the board, 5 eliminations. Getting a little active here towards the end.
Yeah, man, like the problem I find with match point, it makes the game so slow.
Yeah. It sure does, and this zone is brutal. Oh my gosh, pretty open range here.
Smash?
Let's see what happens is...
Smash.
Smash.
Smash? Smash by placement smash.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Alpha 7. Yeah, that's 8th place team. I think they just got to out-survive one squad, and that should do it.
Yeah, I mean, they're in 8th now. This is where you get the first placement point.
That's
you
right.
get 1. Everyone's looking at me in
They locked it
elation
in.
right now. They're like, wow, you figured that out. You're a smart cookie, you.
Well, Alpha 7 have done it. They are going to be officially in that smash zone. We could have, if they win the next game, this is all over.
Yeah, but they still got to. It's one more game to win.
That's right.
We're currently in match 3, so we can do it in match 4 at least, which is nice. Gives them a couple more times to do it. And again, even Barney, who is now on our desk, was saying yesterday that for Alpha 7 it was a masterclass over on Arundel. They have one last time to show us who's Gordon and get it done. The arena. A lot of nades. Alpha 7 look to pincer now as well, Hot Jukes.
They're getting active. Here they go. They sense the third party. They are on that hill right now. Joker with a nice nade onto win. Yeah, they're going to definitely push this one here, and Alpha 7 should be hungry for this third party. Are they going to make that push, though? Yeah, look at this. Flash just on the drive, trying to survive this, running through so many squads, and now E Arena are getting into it with Alter Ego.
Oh, no. I mean, Thunder Talk and DRX taking shots over towards Alpha 7. Again, why are we pushing into the circle here? That's like such a free fight to take over towards E Arena. They could have pushed so much earlier, create some real issues. Instead, man, the coaches have got to stop talking to these players.
Yeah.
before the next day.
This is unbelievable. Well, you saw it there, folks. They didn't have to wait for that placement point to be put on the board. They get match point. AJ gets a knock onto Obscure, though. They realize it's Alpha 7 here. All eyes are on them, and that's Alpha 7 out.
I don't understand it. I don't think it's good. But I mean, Regnum Kai has obviously been affected by whatever pep talk they had, and that's in quotation marks. You didn't quite grab that. I know I'm not on camera, but I feel like you could feel them.
Yeah.
Feel those quotation marks. So, yeah, I don't know.
And those are bold quotation marks.
They really were. They really were. So, yeah, I think for Alpha 7 as well, the Alpha 7 I know would not do that. They would have pushed that.
For sure. For 100%. Without a doubt.
Because usually they would just clear space, take E Arena out. Yeah, they might lose that fight, but the benefits far outweigh the negatives of just going for a push towards the center of the circle. You know you're going down, dude.
Yeah, and it makes total sense, too, especially if we do end up going the full 6 matches
yes,
here. Because, you know, that could have been the play that decides first or second when it comes to points total, you know, so.
Yeah, I mean, if someone's on your team being like, oh, we've hit 5 points, we've done it. Like,
you have not done it yet.
You have not done it.
Exactly right.
Like,
yeah.
you need all the points you can grab. Towards the end of this game, you should have been looking to get more on board.
And they could have.
How did RCB lose last year? 2 points.
Oh, boy. Will this be that mistake that cost them later on? They have reached the smash zone, though, so it looks like their playstyle is towards that strategy of making it happen here. Oh, look at that. Krypton switching the seats, trying to put Turney K in the blender. Does not work out, though. And now he's going to go ahead and get these flushes. E Arena put some more points on the board. Nice shot, though, from GOAT with the third party. A lot of teams looking to make a big jump here. Look at the point difference from 6th all the way down to 13th. It's so close.
Very, very close. And D Plus actually was able to jump up to 8th after this game with 5 elims. They're able to find. Ghost looking for some more shots here, but it will be Snape to find that one. You know, I would have preferred that Krypton, instead of jumping in and out of the vehicle, just shot the guy. It looked cool. It was ineffective. Snape's down as well there. It's taken out. Slight substitution going on there then for Alter Ego, with Snake being in. So I'm curious to see who exactly they did switch out on that team.
Let's see what Xavier's going to do, though. Super quiet. They don't get circle here. Zone, hard shifts off them. They're going to be wrapping on that north side, possibly looking to catch a third party on the GOAT. They do got an angle here. Here they go. Out the vehicle. They do catch this player. Now Xavier finally starting to get in the mix of things.
And they do need to. They're only on 2 points this game, but they can get up towards 100. The Xavier, Vietnam looking to get something done, but equally it's E-Arena. And the crowd is definitely loving this. Thai team looking to put a chicken dinner under the belt for PUBG Mobile here at the Grand Finals in Thailand.
Crowd is making some noise. They are excited. They sense one of the local squads about to get a chicken dinner here. Joker throwing over those meds on a tourniquet. So let's make it happen for the hometown team. It's going to be a difficult one, though. You got Thunder Talk full squad up right now, rocking a little 3-1 split. Xavier been pretty quiet, now starting to get some eliminations. But E-Arena do have the high ground here, Blake.
And the circle cuts down towards that south side, so it is between a few teams here. For Thunder Talk, I mean, personally, if we were a week ago, I'd probably say that this team would win this as the foreman.
Oh!
And I probably would be right. But it's hard to predict this team. They've had such a horrible grand finals. It really has not felt like the same team. But 8 elims here. A good game so far.
Good game indeed. They had 80, well, now they're up to 82 points. That's a big jump for them. They need this chicken dinner here. They really, really do. They're on the south side position, and this could end up paying off for them, especially if Xavier start to get some eyes on the EA, but it looks like DX is just looking to kind of snake their way into the circle, playing it very quiet, while Thunder Talk, they're not leaving anything to chance.
Yeah, those nades are close. Those nades were hella close. Joker, though, looks over towards Xavier, making the cross. It's great shots from Tourniquet. 2 players going extremely low here. Parajin pulls the pin on the grenade. His team is falling around. And
now we're going to see a big nade come on out, and look at that. Joker getting knocked. Parajin keeping himself alive here. And now Thunder Talk are on the push. They know these teams are down and out. They're getting that chicken dinner. They are not wasting any time. They need every elimination they can get. And that is it. Thunder Talk pull out the chicken dinner with some serious eliminations.
And with how close the lobby is right now, Thunder Talk are back in the Thunder conversations on the leaderboard. A really nice finish there. And again, it felt questionable for me to predict that team towards the end there of that game, just because of how they played. But I'm telling you, about a week ago, they were an insane team.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Hey, you know what? They're showing up right on time. Couldn't have picked a better moment to get such a big game here. Man, they only need a little bit more. They only need a little bit more. But Alpha 7, they're in that smash zone, Blank. So right now, they are still the biggest threat in this lobby.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest point that we didn't really bring up there, but we were very focused on the game towards the end. Look at that. Thunder Talk with the cats as well. Yeah, that's my kind of team. But yeah, Alpha 7 back in the running. They're at the top, 127 points. They're on match point.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have officially entered the Smash Zone. Oh my goodness, Alpha 7 finally managing to get over that threshold. It only took them 3 maps, gentlemen. What is going on, 7?
And it looks so sketchy for Alpha 7. They end up going towards Novo. And out of all the stuff that I've been saying, I was hoping I was going to be incorrect, Max, but that is not the case because they had another squad just waiting for them. None other than Kara on the Eastern Bridge. The bridge camp, Carrillo just goes for it, gets eliminated. But for the rest of the squad, they're able to step it up and get that match threshold.
I think Kara were hoping it was going to be APG. We're like, is that Alpha 7? They don't usually drop Novo. What's that about? And actually, they dropped Novo, trying to maybe avoid a little bit of a drop clash because DRX, they went Komeshki northeast next to Stolber, and I think that was an attempt to try and actually go for Alpha 7. I think it was a targeted play. I'm like 90% sure that was the intent, but unfortunately they weren't there. And later on in the game, Alpha 7 find eliminations onto DRX, so a little bit of an Uno reverse card there.
Now you say 90%, I'm going to bring it up even more. 99.9% because there's no reason for DRX to go all the way to Komeshki with that 2-2 split. There's just no reasoning for that. I mean, great performance in regards to DRX, wanting to maybe try to catch Alpha 7, and good adjustment from Alpha 7 being able to just readjust to what the lobby is currently giving them, which is everybody wanting that top spot.
So I'm looking at this game actually for Thunder Talk. By the way, congratulations Thunder Talk. Let's talk about the win a little bit here.
Is it a little bit too little, too late, TT?
Yes.
See what I did there? Do you like it, guys? See, the
Hot
jokes
jokes
are starting to flow.
Hot jukes, please. Save us. But actually, before this game, right, they were in 12th position, and the point gap was not that big. So actually, I'm really wondering here, Barney, can they make an ascent maybe towards a top 5 position? Winning it all is going to be tough. The top 5 is in the cards for Thunder Talk.
Almost top 5. Also, we've got to mention a little bit about Alter Ego at the moment.
Yes.
Not exactly having the most amazing day, but still managing to stay within that kind of top 6 right now. And you're looking angrily at Max, and Max is looking scared.
I'm just looking at Max because Max was pointing out something to me that I didn't even notice before this match or at the start of this match, and that is Alter Ego once again has done a roster change, and it's maybe a roster change that Max might not be the biggest fan of.
Look, I don't have an issue with Moana in particular, okay? You know what, maybe a little bit. I want Alva to play. Sorry, ever since PMWC, Alva has been an amazing setup player. I wanted Snape to come back in, which he did. I think the getting rid of Alva here in priority of Moana is definitely a big misplay, team rotation-wise. I think the core should not have Moana on. That's my personal...
Erangel of the day.
Last day, last Erangel.
Yes, last Erangel of the PUBG Mobile Global Championship Grand Finals. Alpha 7 in the Smash Zone. If they win this game, it is all over, folks.
And it's a very big possibility. From yesterday, they had some insane games over on Erangel. It was lovely to see. Here's our most assists, and lo and behold, it is top from APG, which makes sense because he has been assisting the team a lot more than just in the elims category. He's been keeping this team locked and loaded, ready to go towards that late game. Even on that previous Erangel where we saw him take down Eren, where it could have gone tremendously badly.
Yeah. Badly indeed. And one thing that's crazy, though, here is this playing path is going in the exact opposite direction of what we've seen so far in Erangel. So we're definitely getting a mix-up in this one. Alpha 7 are going to have their North George drop. So that is their house. They're going to be set up in this match here. Let's see if they're going to be able to use it to its full ability. The fact that this is a North George circle and, right, it's in the first zone, everybody's going to know where they're at.
I'm kind of glad, though. Alpha 7's like, well, this seems like a regular circle. Let's just go to our regular spot.
Yeah.
Okay. This feels like a win to me. I'm calling it now. This is Alpha 7 win on Erangel. They're getting it done. Up towards that north side. It's a perfect start. And this is where they just need to play how they played for the past couple of days. Right? What they did yesterday was phenomenal. Nothing needed to change. But I think Smash ruling really does make final day so weird. Teams play so much slower. Teams are afraid to fight. Teams down towards the bottom are suddenly the ones that are taking all the risks. And teams towards that top side just don't want to anymore. And again, I joke when I say we need to stop listening to the coaches the day before the final day. Obviously I don't really mean that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there is that small part of me that thinks that it is due to the smash ruling, where you kind of want to switch things up. You kind of want to play a little bit slower. You just want to confirm over towards match point and then get it done from there. I don't think teams have figured it out yet, though. I really don't think they've figured it out.
There's definitely something missing, because I think you made an excellent point in the last game. Like, there's a big possibility we're going all 6 matches here, right? And if Alpha 7 in the prior matches were just playing just to reach match point and didn't capitalize on those extra points, that could have cost them the tournament. So, I mean, it's a totally valid point here. You got to play your game, especially when you have an opportunity to put some big points on the board. You can't just kind of stop yourself, because getting a chicken dinner in this lobby is still not going to be easy.
Yeah, well, if we look at the past 2 days for Alpha 7, 115 points is where they ended, right? We're looking roughly around about 57 points a day. Today, over 3 matches, they've put up 12. Like, there's obviously something very wrong here.
Big drop-off.
There's a big drop-off. So, yeah. Again, I just don't want to see them lose now due to points, because I think it will be those first 3 games where they'd almost lost themselves in the PUBG Mobile source. weren't able to get it done. They have a split over towards that north side, currently with Carrillo, just south of Zaki.
Dude, that sauce is getting spicy. I'll tell you that right now, because looking at these, this is another X factor here, right? Just looking at the leaderboards, it is so close. It's ridiculous. You got 13th place R8 with 83, right? For some reason, tail elimination, chicken dinner, they're in 5th place. So almost the whole entire lobby at this point are hunting down that big game. So if they are all playing towards that goal, how much does that disrupt this entire lobby? I think it does big time.
Massively. And teams are going to be searching for them, which is why they're not playing towards their usual drop spots. And you sort of understand that, because they don't want to make it obvious of where they are. I think you're overestimating it, though. I do think you're overestimating teams' wants and capabilities of finding you and hunting you down the early game. The amount of times that we've asked the silly question, like, are you going to hunt down this team? Our team goes, yeah, absolutely. They never do.
Never do.
They never do.
It's literally the most frustrating thing for me when it comes to this, is because why not? You've worked your entire year to get here. Why not just put it all out on the field and make it happen? Grab your destiny instead of just kind of hoping fate decides it for you. Xavier going to move to south of Gatka, looking for that central position. Xavier definitely been erring on the side of fate. They want that circle to come to them nice and early. They have 103 points so far. Not in a terrible position, but they're going to have to work for it. I mean, honestly, I think that the team that plays their game aggressive is going to be the team that win this tournament. And honestly, with what I've seen so far today, that's Alpha Gaming. I think out of all the squads I've really seen at the top, Alpha Gaming seemed to be that team that just sort of like fearless. Like, we're going to push no matter what the situation is. Sometimes it didn't pay off. You know what I'm saying? But they did it.
They'll lose all flaws. They'll lose or they'll win, all flaws included, and I'm okay with that. I think it's nice to have such personality on a team. I think for Mongolian fans all around the world, they'd be super pleased to see APG as the winners there, because although IHC was a great win for them, that was just in the early days of elims becoming more and more important for those squads. And I think a lot of teams were kind of caught off guard. Still a fantastic win there, but to do it on a main stage now, playing alongside everyone else and still bettering them, yeah, I think that would be a really big deal for Mongolia. We'll see how APG does here. DRX waiting in the wings as well. I think you mentioned this earlier, Jukes. Are going to get those points on board, 105. But I do think Thunder Talk at 95 is probably the most surprising to me at the moment.
That's scary for the lobby, honestly, because Thunder Talk, they're literally one of those teams, right? That they'll put up nothing or they'll pull up a whole lot of something. That's for sure. And that is not a team you really want. If I'm talking about for the rest of the lobby, you don't want to see them start getting hot here towards the end.
Yeah, they're accelerating as well, man.
Yeah.
They're accelerating. And I think that is one of the bigger issues, that because they are accelerating, you start to get a little bit scared at the top, because we're putting up like 5-7 points a game, whereas Thunder Talk is just looking to chunk and chunk and chunk away at the leaderboard. And it's a tough circle from them. I mean, they're one of the few teams actually still on the outside right now. You can see them here, sighting here with the hovercraft. Moving over on that western side. They're cutting in over towards the yellows on the coast.
You can see Team Flash, the new kids on the block here. 14th place, 71 points. Definitely not something to shake your head at for a first ever Pmgc performance. They could definitely jump up the leaderboards, get some extra cash themselves. But hey, look at this APG taking some shots. Say, hey, get away from us. Definitely not scared to take a fight, this team.
Yeah, I love the way they break wide as well. Ooh,
oh,
western side circle. We got a lot of war in this bad boy. Alpha 7 would want to get a move on. They are over towards the southwest side of Everest. You can make a quick move here, but you're passing through R8. Seems like Regnum Kaya as well. Well, Regnum Kaya isn't really to be feared anymore. Dropped down to 10th.
Crazy drop. What a drop. Team Flash trying to catch some EA players on rotation here. As everybody is on the move to this circle. Team Flash being one of the furthest squads, and also Thunder Talk. Thunder Talk are going to be really late on the zone. There's Zed Wolf, though.
Oh my God, a point.
A point, baby! Regnum Kaya, they're back. Ish?
No. But for Zed Wolf, damn. First point of the day. Feels good.
Uh-oh.
But I think
Uh-oh.
for how long?
Hey, look at that rotation.
This is a real send from Regnum Kai. I mean, a lot of teams are stopping off early, getting over towards the motels. But, yeah, Regnum Kai wants to stay on that highway.
Uh-oh, Revo getting knocked and thirsted by Vampire. That's Guizao down as well. And just like that, Alpha 7 down to 2 players. It looks like we got another match in the books here, Blank.
I was trying to do reverse psychology on the start of the game. Didn't work, did it?
It did not.
Yeah. I think for Alpha 7, to be honest with you, at this point, over this many years, I'd be pretty upset, honestly. But I don't think it's a case of, oh, haha, you know, always second place now. This is becoming an issue.
It is.
Where there is definitely something going on previously to that last day where the nerves take control, right? The voices start speaking in the back of their heads. They're going to nip that in the bud soon.
The second guessing, more prevalent than ever. Alter Ego, though, pulling out those shotguns. Oh, EA, Turney K gets the double. They didn't even see where he was. Instant thirst from E Arena. Now to Turney K can get another one. He's got the pump shotgun, switching to that FPP. Rosemary trying to catch him with a nade, not going to be able to do so.
He's walking towards it.
That was the most uncooked nade I have ever seen.
It's raw. Raw. Shots from Flash. It tops at a distance. Turney K turns on them with the fear and the fire. We'll take them down.
Yeah, look at Team Flash getting active. I like to see this. I mean, you got 72 points. You want to make some money, you're going to need some eliminations. So if you can catch a third party, go for it. The zone deadlocked here onto this position as well. Actually, this is a little bit on the northern side, what we're seeing. So if Team Flash want to get these eliminations, they got to clear this lobby like instantly. They got to start making this push.
It's like a vampire win. It's a vampire time right now. It's a nice spot from DRX as well. Oh, my days!
Mormon getting the double nade there. That's 4 points for E Arena. And now, will Team Flash push? You got to start making this move.
And Flash move in. Looking to be star stunners over towards EA inside the building. Turney K popping a pin of his own. Nade goes far. Off it found Turney K. Starts cooking the grenade twice here. He's kind of wondering about it. Turney K though Other Tony K, that is.
Different K.
That's right. Regnum Kaya locks the actually finding shots over towards DX8. There is a lot happening on the map right now.
Yes, there is.
Vampires, though, it's a clean sweep over towards the Mad Bulls.
Nothing to lose from this Vampire squad, and they are getting active. We're going to keep an eye out here on this flash fight, as they are just so gun-shy here. They don't want to lose a single player, and I can't blame them. Meanwhile, we saw Xavier get knocked to some fall damage. That doesn't feel good. See what Tops can do. He's on top of the roof, trying to find some angles. I mean, look at this. Team Flash playing this so carefully with a 4v2 advantage. This could cost him. Yeah, 30K, if he hits this nade, that's going to be brutal.
Nice shot.
Nice shot on the win there. Starting to even things out.
No way. This is good, damn.
No way. Let's see what Turney K could do. Oh, he gets knocked, though. And now it's just down to the last player. For E-Arena, it's up to Mormon. He can make some serious plays on his own, though. Let's see, he's trying to throw those mollies. That molly was just a little bit too far out the way, and now it looks like Team Flash are going to be able to get everybody up. Full reset here. Mormon's in trouble.
Yeah, it's hella questionable. Honestly, the 1v4, it would be miraculous to happen. For E-Arena, just don't see it. Flash looking to finish this one out. Again, for the Flash right now, this is very much a case of them they should just be pushing.
Yes.
It's a single guy.
Go, 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 go. What are you waiting for? And now, look at that. That is it. You got Amori R8 taking advantage of Flash, just taking so much time to finish out this fight.
Yeah, again, it's one player. You can't be dallying too long on the outside. You just got to push through because you know that people are hearing these shots. You know someone's going to come running soon. R8 knows they've cleared out so much of that northern space, so they can just make that crossing over towards the north side.
Oh.
That next circle, it is very Vampire-centric.
Oh, Vampire's really good on this one. They are rock solid in this zone. Meanwhile, you got the duo of Alpha 7. Gonna have to push through Regnum Karya. You got Ulf, D+, everybody on the edge of the circle. Yeah, Team Flash just rotating and now away, just trying to survive. Took way too long on that fight.
Thunder Talk. Rapid pass. Obscure's down.
Uh-oh.
Carrillo sending away. Tail between his legs. Oh my. Just about gets into the shack there. A little bit of safety. A little bit of shelter.
For how long, though? They know it's Alpha 7. Carrillo stuck at the shack. He's got no vehicle. He's cooked in this spot.
Nades in hand, gets popped back away. I think he's just preparing for the crash here, honestly. But for
Even
Alpha
without
7,
it,
getting 8th place and upwards, it's still more points on board.
Let's see what Alpha Gaming can do, though, right? They're starting to catch up. 2 points on the board so far. They got the full squad up and going. Could be Alpha Gaming's time to shine here and finally pass up Alpha 7 and take that first place position from them. But Thunder Talk as well, full squad. Zing on a crazy off angle in the water. He's actually on a swim right here. He's going hunting on some islands here, Blink.
He is. I'm not sure what happened with Regnum Karya. Seems like Silas utilized some kind of method to whip the boys back into shape during that break.
Hey, time to put some points on the board. I told you, right? 1 elimination. They're back. Now up to 5.
Honestly, the rate that these games are going, it might just be D+ having another chance of that chicken dinner at the end of the day. It will likely be for a leaderboard placement, not the championship. Oh, whatever, we get final Miramar. Always good fun.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, those Miramars are coming up. We are definitely going into them. That's a fact. So D+, always a threat in the last game. Still in 12th place, though. They really need a big game here to make an impact for that prize pool. But Vampire, I think, very happy to just kind of keep them at bay. They can hold that spot for now. Meanwhile, we look at Alpha Gaming. There's Yol getting another knock. Alpha Gaming, especially after seeing 3 players at Alpha 7 go down, keeping all 4 up, putting some points on the board is more essential than ever.
They're getting close now. It's 6 points away for APG. 5 now with that next elimination. sits them comfortably at 120. Ulf does go down in this game, 114. It's an unfortunate result because Max was talking about this as well, where after those first couple of strong games, honestly, Ulf starts to go downhill. And I think that Ulf has had this issue multiple days running. Flash, they get tops into position. He is the solo dolo, but is not able to make it happen. Zia's going to see if he can pick it back up, but nades are flowing over.
Oh, look at Marth getting some shots all the way from downtown. Flash really hurting this one. Still so early in this game, but this zone has been proven chaotic for so many teams.
Oh, that's nasty.
Dead center circle.
Yeah, up towards that northern side, really not fun ground to play on. You'll see it a little later, but it's very, very open for most of our squads. You're probably going to be seeing a lot of wide wraps down towards the south side to try and control that. R8 can play up here for a while, but it's a question of whether you want to stick around there, because eventually, unless the circle keeps shifting over towards the north side, R8 will be in a bit of a pickle.
Alpha Gaming also have that hillside there on the east. That could prove really good for them. Let's see when they decide to make this push, though. Meanwhile, yeah, Thunder Talk spending a lot of time here with Goat. I know that we had Zing, though, in the water. Let's see if he's going to finally be able to make that shot, find those off angles, and he does! So that island play working out big time for Thunder Talk. You got to keep every single player up, though. AJ is knocked, but Zing's off angle here looking so strong.
This is such a helpful angle from Thunder Talk. No points in the game just yet. But looking to find them here versus Goat. And the fight is going fairly well. It's a question of whether they can maintain position, because Xing at some point is going to have to leave off this angle. Vic goes very low. Saiting looking to hold off the other player from Goat. It's Killer Joe.
See what Saiting can do. He's got that DBS locked and loaded, trying to do a little bit of free fires. Can he get the shot, though? Killer Joe hopping in the buggy. He hears it. Now he's going to go ahead and cross this ridge line. Going to go and get those shots off. Gets a nice knock and gets the finish. Thunder Talk putting up 4 points on the board. Now it's time to start heading into that zone.
I mean, to be honest with you, for Kara as well as DRX, if Thunder Talk hears this happening, they can send on over. And this would feel like a true Thunder Talk push, right? A full through Thunder Talk crash. And it'd be a great position to hold, because VPE, they're just sticking their nose in over here. They're not doing much of anything else.
They're on the move. Xing already on the rotation, looking for that opportunity to third party this. Now this fight does start to slow down a little bit. That does make Thunder Talk second guess themselves for just a moment, though. Meanwhile, you see DRX Hyunbin holding this corner. Full-fledged first person with the S12K, waiting for someone to break that door's threshold. Meanwhile, Kara, yeah, just waiting. Thunder Talk not able to catch that third party in time.
APG over towards Regnum, but this is a reinvigorated RCB.
Uh-oh.
The shots are good, but Regnum Karya's taking it just as good as they get.
Meanwhile, Doc on the push. Now it's all up to Loxy by himself with a lay down, and that's Alpha Gaming taking out Regnum Karya. They finally put something on the board, but only 6 points so far.
Doesn't matter though. They got the placement point. They're 125 right now. They have crossed the boundary. And APG are up for the smash next game on Miramar.
Alpha Gaming now in that smash zone, and they are looking to smash the rest of this lobby here. Job's not done yet. Next zone about to go up. That northern side completely all wide open. Zone does center up a little bit here. Kara are in this. Thunder Talk should have a nice path onto the circle.
Funnily enough, I would say this is probably an urban finish.
Yeah.
This is kind of an urban finish with the way these buildings are set up. No one really wants to play on that northwest side. It sucks. It's not enjoyable. Thunder Talk could try and play this tiny hill that sits over towards the west, but it's not going to keep them up too much longer. They also already sent Xing out earlier to create an anchor point for the rest of the team, and he just got lasered.
Yeah, instantly taken out. Carrillo's still alive in this match. He's holding that shack, but it's only going to be for a matter of time here. He's pretty much done and dusted. You can see Vampire keeping a great eye on him. So now starting to close, out into the smokes. This is just a free elimination for everybody, and I'll tell you what, Alpha Gaming will definitely take this one.
He's going to get his to get his 1 point.
Little pre-fire there. Carrillo shimming and shaking, trying to at least get another knock, put at least one more point on the board for his squad. Alpha Gaming, the biggest threat to Alpha 7, though, at this point.
Yeah, I am surprised no one's taken too many more shots at him. Vampire, though, they've been having a great game. 7 elims right now. They are holding it down. This team is not bad. They've had a great position in the circle for quite a while, but APG send in 2 now, trying to leapfrog D+'s position. They left the player behind as a backstop. Try and find some cheeky angles on the outside, but one player falling as they approach. Doesn't feel great.
Nice couple nades into that gas station there. Reefus trying to find another angle here. That might be good. Oh, does a little bit of damage. The Molotovs, though, from Doc, paying off big time. I know Max Man's happy about that one. Let's see Reefus. Can he get the finish, though? Oh, my gosh. What a nade from Vampire.
Yo,
that came out of nowhere. Reefus is like, oh, I didn't like that at all.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Lazarus does get taken down by Thunder Talk, though. That's a chance. That's an opening for him.
Yes.
But they need to send somewhere, right? They got to send somewhere at some point.
Got to pull the trigger. You got to make the move. I mean, look at this. Carrillo, snake in the grass. Oh, getting shot now. In some serious trouble. Just trying to see if he can steal another elimination, but Kara ends Alpha 7 there. And now Alpha Gaming looking to pass them up and take that first place position.
They can do it. They could easily do it on this game. Getting past 128 is not that hard right now. And it's almost as if Alpha 7 wants to keep the legend true, right? They just cannot win Pmgc, no matter how good they are in the first 2 days. Their third day is just shocking.
Alpha 7 trying to get that belt. If they win this one, they will go on almost every big major event, minus PMGO. But they got to still get it done here, and Alpha Gaming are looking to take it away from them by playing their own game, right? Just playing aggressive, playing together as a squad, and making it happen here.
Maybe Thunder Talk don't need to send anywhere. You also have the loot crate towards the center, which could create an operation zone for the team. You're carried down towards that south side, need to move up. They've got to get past DRX. Are we going to get a back-to-back Thunder Talk game here?
That is insane. I mean, with that zone right there, it's looking pretty good. Because all these teams on the edge are going to have to fight each other at this point. You can just see Vampire holding it off in a full urban finish with so much open real estate. Meanwhile, Prestige trying to throw some nades in there. I think Thunder Talk are just going to be able to clear everybody out.
I think the most scary thing for a lot of these squads, though, is the fact that we're getting a lot of teams close to the match point, which is 125, which isn't a huge ask for a lot of teams, right? Vampire, 9 elims, looking to hold out these final players.
Uh-oh.
R8 with the P90.
Tony K making it happen there with that shotgun. The crowd's going wild. Hops out the window. Has the angles and gets the finish. That's 11 eliminations for Vampire.
You might have had the P90, but Vampire is dishing out lefties and righties here at the PMGC.
Oh.
Shots are going through. Fabian trying to find the player, but it's a nasty shot from up on high, and that forces Vampire even further up in eliminations.
That keeps Alpha Gaming alive, too. They were almost done and dusted there, but now Vampire on the push. Nice little return knocks from both parties there. Meanwhile, Vampire looking to get their chicken dinner here in their hometown, Bangkok, Thailand. Let's see what they can do here as Doc, all by his lonesome, gets shot there from Kara, and that's Alpha Gaming out.
Yeah, you don't expect that angle. You absolutely do not expect that angle. Hyunbin waiting on the inside with a big stick of dynamite to throw at Marceau when he chooses to leave. Thunder Talk did lose one player on a knock, but that was res back up again. Next circle is going to be the big one, right?
Dude, Thunder Talk, look at their position here.
It's so good. I think that the really big thing from right now is there's a lot of angles looking their way. And a lot of angles that don't really see each other on that side of the map. So I think for Thunder Talk, as much as they want to get more points out of this game, they got to be a little bit patient here.
I agree. Take your time. Don't rush into things. Don't just try to over-peak that hill, get knocked, and open the door for teams to push up on you. If you just take your time, This should be an easy chicken dinner. Gotta watch out for Vampire, though. Vampire on fire here. They've got nothing to lose at this point. And you can see Kara trying to push on in here. Hyunbin all by himself for DRX. What can he do?
There's a big tag of damage off over towards the CEO. Will swing back around this side, but Kara is having none of it. And CEO, who had such an impact over in their league stage, is able to put the final shot in towards him. Like I said, I think Thunder Talk might want to stop peeking for now and wait for this next circle to close a little bit. I think, honestly, Kara as well as Vampire are likely going to start taking shots at one another once this circle fully pushes them out. Thunder Talk don't need to take these shots right now. They need to wait for these high ground angles to disappear.
Let the zone do the work for you. Let that be your fourth man. Poser getting shot up, but to survive a little bit longer. AJ peeked it, and that opened the door for Vampire. In the vehicles they go. Oh, that shot,
They're
though.
sending it.
Yeah,
they are sending it.
Tony K getting stiffed arm. Now King's down. One player up for Thunder Talk. Oh, he did do it again the rest, but now Vampire on the push. Up close and personal. The nades about to ring out. Thunder Talk are in huge trouble. Here comes Kara. And now back up against the wall. The zone, they do end up getting the knock. Sighting.
Where is Kara?
And now, oh, Thunder Talk down. Kara just waiting in the back line.
Kara's just not pushing. There is a backline angle, though. AJ will find one on the backside there. Now just leaves Red Bull. AJ solo on HP, and a random tag will take him down. It's a 4 versus 1.
Kara being so patient here, making sure they get this victory. Nice shot there from Red Bull. And just lets the blue zone take them out. Vampire putting up some serious points, but it's Kara who get the win.
I think the main thing, that game was very, very fun, but I got to put it into perspective really quick, is that because we are having so many teams close towards the top side of the lobby, 125 points, there's a big chance we get over towards Miramar. Points really don't matter because so many of our big teams will be over 125.
That's right.
And you get a smash win in the last game, still a smash win. If you are third place, you still get first at the end of it.
That's right. That's right. Can you imagine being in third place, getting the chicken dinner, and you're an automatic champion? We could see it right here in the first Miramar. Unbelievable.
But a massive game for Vampire regardless, which now basically puts everyone on equal footing, I suppose, towards the end of it. But another nice game from Thunder Talk 2, but it was Kara to find the last laugh.
And with that, we say goodbye to Erangel right here at the 2025 Pmgc. Just 2 maps remain, and guess what? This is the talk of the town because we've seen some of the bottom tier teams starting to make their way up. But Regnum Carrier have entered the chat, Seven.
Regnum Carrier finally waking up, getting some eliminations under their belt, getting some points. It only took them 4 matches to start getting some points. But I want to talk about something that you were actually mentioning earlier, Barney, and that is just pretty much the leaderboard flipping upside down in regards to teams that are going to be performing. This final 2 squads, Vampire and Kara, they came into this match in 15 and 16 place, and boy were they taking a lot of points for those squads looking to get into the match zone.
I'm very happy about how it went, right? But APG are in the Smash Zone!
Yeah!
It made it happen! They join Alpha 7, they're up there, they can try and claim the trophy right here, possibly. Sorry, I got really hyper there, but like, it is such a big, big point here that was secured by Alpha Gaming. Can they go the entire way going into Miramar?
It's going to get spicy. Jukes and Blank take it away.
Let's get things started here as we head into the sandy deserts of Miramar. There were some people that thought we weren't even going to get here, but we are here now, and we got 2 squads in the Smash Zone, Blake.
El Pozo down towards Puerto Paraíso, and you are correct. 2 teams at the top of the lobby. First and second place battling out. Could it really be called first, second place? It's sort of first place tied right now, with the chicken dinner advantage going through to Alpha 7 after a phenomenal performance yesterday. For A7, Miramar is one of their battlegrounds, right? And I think the question was, like, did moving Obscure as well as Guizhou in kind of ruin the roster's ability to perform very well on Miramar? I don't think so. I think they're absolutely fine. I still think Carrillo as well as Revo are great here, and between the two of them, they've got so much knowledge, so much experience to lead the team, similarly how they did in the past, that I do think that getting over towards Miramar is a frightening prospect for other teams in the lobby, Juice.
I absolutely think so, too. I mean, not to mention you got Alpha 7 who get their Pulso drop right off the rip here. So they're going to be looted out of their minds, set up and locked and loaded, ready to go here. So, I mean, no excuses, I think, when it comes to Alpha 7 at this point. You're gifted, your playing path, you got a Southern Circle right here. You got to be able to take this championship, right, for your own, right here and now. And we heard the Des talking about it, right? They said that when it comes to a team that's looking like they're having a little bit of a choking moment, it's Alpha 7. I mean, Alpha Gaming are playing their game, and they are making it happen. At the same time, there's still so many squads that can reach into that smash zone as well.
Interesting. I mean, Ida out, Damar in. I feel like Ida's a very good player on the team. Off-angle player as well. Getting Damar in feels like a weird choice. It's not that I don't like Damar. I think that Ida is just the better player in this instance.
I don't disagree. You know, it's so difficult at this kind of stage because the frustrations ring out big time. All it takes is one bad push, or in the worst case scenario, you have one of those situations where the IGL is like, we should either go left or right, and you have one player who disagrees. And if that doesn't work out, it creates an
You're off the tee.
Yeah, it causes so much tension among the squads where they're like, you know what, just get out of here, you know?
Yeah, no, I think you're right. You know, frustrations in league stage are relatively quiet. But in the finals, they get loud. Pmgc code redemption there on your screen. PUBG United here for the first time in 2025. I'm going to redeem that code in-game to pick up your rewards.
Get him.
Get him.
Get him.
Gotta be done.
Tell that to Carrillo as well. See what he's going to be able to do here. On the move. Out early. I love this. Now, this feels a little bit more Alpha 70. I think they're in Miramar. I think they're a little bit more relaxed now, considering that they're so comfortable on this map. They shouldn't be relaxed at all when it comes to the leaderboards. That's a fact. But they looted up also super fast, and they're on the move.
Well, I think you get to match 5, right? You can't really be thinking too much about the smash zone anymore. Right? You have APG alongside with you here. You just got to play it out, right? Try and get as many points as possible. If that leads to a win, that leads to a win. Because a lot of games that do end up with 11 elims, 12 elims, those are games where you've taken it into your own hands and you pick up the chicken dinner because you cleared out that space. And I think that's one thing that Alpha 7 used to do so well in the past, over 2 days at least, where they cleared out massive amounts of area. And because they were so confident in their ability to fight with the gun skill on side, it didn't really matter at that point because they were just commanding so much zone.
Just dominating the lobby. I mean, that's what they did. They could just bully pretty much any position. And, you know, I want to see that again here from this squad here towards the end. Just see them play their own game. You know, and it makes total sense looking at their early play here in the last day. The only thing that makes sense to me is that they were just playing for the smash roll. You know, just playing it very quiet, trying to get those points. I completely agree with you, though. It's time to just put some points on the board. And that is Doc done and dusted. Off the rip, first player out.
Not the dockening.
No!
Please.
Here comes the rest of the team. No.
Not the dockening.
He's a little too separated for that.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a split there, but I mean, funnily enough, right, the only reason that happens is because Rosemary's doing the same thing.
That's true.
Rosemary was so far away from the rest of his team. It's literally the 2 worst nightmares of the squad, is that Doc and Rosemary clashing. Because no matter what happens in that 1v1, whoever dies is not getting back up again.
That's a fact.
You know, the team is not there to assist. So, you know, Doc may have inadvertently created his worst nightmare, inspiring Rosemary to play like this.
This is the second to last game, you know, and going out that fast.
Yeah, it denies you the chicken dinner.
Oh,
right?
man, it is brutal and demoralizing for the whole squad as well.
Because you need a lot of these fights, you sort of need that fourth man to sacrifice towards the end game at times just to get to those great spots. All right, if you don't have that fourth guy, that means you have to play real slow from now on because you have no pieces on the chessboard to put aside, right?
Sure.
You have no pieces on the chessboard to bait with anymore. So
it hamstrung their whole game here.
Yeah.
And then we only have one match left, and we know how crazy that last game is gonna be.
Well, D+ is winning that game.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, that's right. That's automatic victory for D+. So, I mean, if D+ win this game somehow at 20 points, then that'd be crazy to watch. But yeah, according to history, it should be pretty much automatic victory. If they do that, it's honestly the best. Like that'd be it's so crazy. They would have won every last game in 2 years of PMGC.
Well, for D+, certainly possible. But I think what's weird to me right now is that DXavier on 103 points. That's a 25-point game. That's 15 elims and chicken dinner. We see that quite frequently from these teams. That would tie them up with APG and Alpha 7. They need less than that if they want to just get towards match point with 22 points, so 12 elim game. And that's 6th place.
It's totally doable. You know, it's just when DXavier right now, I'm a little hesitant to have that confidence in them because I just see them kind of playing more for that center position. And I think that they can get it, but it's got to be having to get blessed for them in order to do so. Another team that's right there next to them, I definitely feel a little bit more confidence in. It's probably Thunder Talk.
Yeah.
You know, Thunder Talk, we saw them, you know, starting to ramp up things here. They get a good spot. They can make it happen for sure.
I still have my reservations, honestly. I mean, sure, today, like, they've really turned it around. But I'm not going to go ahead and just ignore the fact that they're quite disappointing over day 1 and day 2. I think that would be disingenuous of me. But yeah, today they've certainly stepped it up. But man, if they'd been playing like this on day 1 and day 2, they would have been so far ahead of the rest of the pack.
So far ahead. It's crazy that they're in 5th place with having those first 2 days. With 105 points. They're still so close.
Quite a honorable thing for Vampire to do as well here is that they completely disengage from Picardo and they just give up to Regnum Karya. Now, I don't know if that's we're being nice. You know, we know you're a team that is capable of getting up towards that podium finish, so let's just give you this. Or it was just a decision from Vampire. Maybe even Regnum Karya just like, we need to drop over towards Picardo right now.
It makes total sense to it. I think it is honorable considering that Regnum Karya, you know, their players were like, you know what, we're not gonna risk it. You guys take Picardo early on. They're obviously way further up in the leaderboards, and just for Vampire to say, all right, you know what, you can have it back here for the last couple games is crazy to see.
Big shift on the circle here over towards that north side. We're centering up over that ridge line. You feel a lot of teams along there, but as soon as it hits west, like, you're going to go down. And it's a bit of a staging area for a lot of our squads. Alpha 7 immediately moving over towards Graveyard, see if they can wrap round to the north side of this one. We'll sort of see more clearly over on stage 3, stage 4. But Regnum Karya could make this move, but it's so many other teams leapfrogging them. I think if you are in Picardo, though, on this circle, it's the gamble, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's the gamble whether it's going to move back down south. You already control that area, so why give it up?
Oh, man. This zone is so terrible for staying in Picardo because if that zone goes up to those mountainsides, it's going to be so difficult to leave there.
But you can't give up the free win,
But you
can you?
You can't.
Give up the free win.
It's one of those like coin flip decisions where you're just going to say, hey, we get the circle. We're in this. You know, we don't. It's going to be tough. But so this is one of those gambles you have to take here at that stage. The whole north side is completely open, by the way, so that zone does go hard shift north. We're going to see some teams wrap up there and get it for free.
Yeah, I mean, Alpha 7 setting themselves up for that, as is D+. Thunder Talk doing what they usually do on this kind of circle, which is sort of play off towards that eastern side, go for a bit of a split, try and control a little bit more zone so they have more freedom to move later on. It also sets them up nicely to head towards Longhouse on that south side, just in case it does move back down towards the south here. Overall, pretty interesting circle with a lot of moving parts.
Absolutely. Speaking of moving parts, I was looking at the map feed trying to find out where the heck APG is. I don't see them anywhere near in this circle, and they are all the way on the south side. So they're outside of the zone, gonna have to sneak their way on in here. But pretty much majority of the major POIs in the center of the zone, they're all taken already.
Yeah, there's no space. There is no space left at the inn. For DX Xavier, they're getting themselves headed up to a location where they can play off the ridge side later. But yeah, teams are pretty hesitant to full commit anywhere at the moment. The only real clash that's happening is probably between GOAT as well as Ulf. That's on the northwest side towards that plateau that sits around San Martin.
Yeah, I know why. I mean, teams do not want to get caught on rotation right now. I understand why they're playing it so careful. If you're going to go out, might as well go out using that gun skill. Well, let's see right now where this next zone is going to go. You see Alter Ego there? They're still in the blue zone. APG finally make it on in, and we get that hard shift to the north. It's off to the races for one of those few spots left in this circle.
Regnum Kai, you have to move. Like we said, they had to gamble on this, and they certainly went for the gamble. Unfortunately, this time around, they do not win out.
Snake eyes.
It is snake eyes for them. E-Arena over towards the southwest as well. I think E-Arena's done quite well today. They get up to 89 points. I think they've been really giving it to stay in that conversation towards the middle of the pack right now. It's Mad Bulls who control the majority of that northern zone. And Alter Ego who made a really long rotate over towards that north side, Jukes.
Pays off. Pays off. Vampire. Look at that. Gonna lose a player there. Down to 3. Great last day for Vampire. I love the fact that they really put everything out on the line for their home crowd. Love to be able to see that here. Warman's going to go down there from E-Arena, and he's not getting picked back up.
No, it's very unlikely.
That's a fact.
And they could try and get over towards him, but again, it's very dangerous. DRX, 2 South Korean squads going at it. QXZ.
Got him.
On live support there for just a second before Nolbu's able to take him down. That clears out a little space on the south side there for D+ to mess around with going forward as well. But what a rotate from Thunder Talk. They get right over towards that ridge line. They're set up on the high ground, so they controlled most of the important space there. Just a question whether the circle shifts back over towards that northwest again, in which case we're heading over towards that plateau, which is so uncomfortable to play. So you'll likely see a lot of our teams diverting towards the edge of the map.
D+, you can see them just still playing edge, just trying to gatekeep, find a way out into this next circle. Meanwhile, there's Thunder Talk getting a nice little nade knock.
On to Alpha 7.
That is on the Alpha 7, and that's Guizhou. Hurting really bad. Revo gets knocked as well, and Thirsted. Alpha 7 again. Can't make it happen in this Miramar.
It might be done. It might be done. I feel like the way that Alpha 7's currently playing is just not up to scratch. For the rest of this lobby, they go for a 2-2 split. It's hesitant, right?
Looking like a shell of their former selves at this point.
Why push that Ivy? You could have wrapped over towards the north side. The north side's very playable on this ridge as well, Hot Jukes. E-Arena fully flushed out. It was a very quick one. We kind of missed that off of the wings. Yeah. APG still on 3 outside the blue. They're rotating over the top of D+.
APG down to 2, actually. And you can see them here in the same position that Alpha 7 is. That opens the door big time for the rest of the lobby here to catch up to them.
What I'm talking about, if Ulf gets a good game, if Thunder Talk gets a good game, suddenly you've got 4 teams in the Smash zone. Even DRX, but I think DRX is slightly less likely to have a strong match off the back of this one. But yeah, man, there is a lot of teams that can get in towards that Smash zone and make this last game so uncomfortable. Because if we suddenly have 4 teams on match point, right, we're looking at 20% of the lobby being able to finish the game there and then and end up in first place.
Just steal away the championship for yourself. $500,000 in the bank account just with one game. Let's see right now as APG are on the rotate, just trying to survive here, but Lemon has got top in his sights. He's in big trouble, though. The shots, the third party ends up saving top for a little bit longer. They end up losing one of their players, though, so now it's, APG down to a single solo.
Just top remaining. And they try and make the rotate over towards the north side, but it ain't happening. It ain't happening.
Bose goes down. There's Chips. Uh-oh. D+ putting up some points in Miramar. Just a little pregame to their last Miramar of the day.
We head on over towards that northwest side, Jukes.
Yes.
So we are on the plateau. That is rough. Very, very rough for a lot of our teams. Thundertalk do need to move. R8 have a fairly nice position, honestly, alongside those concretes on that south side. Kara also, similar position, but further south. Regnum Kai, how are they doing? They lost one player on a knock who's trying to crawl back up to the rest of the team. We'll see if that is resable for them.
Looks like Carrillo got a knock, so you might be able to get that thirst on the tops. Let's see if that does end up bringing out. Meanwhile, Chips from D+, just throwing out some smokes, playing it very, very carefully here. We got that plateau finish. And right now we're going to see Thunder Talk. This is that team, I'm telling you, you got to watch out for. They're heating up at the end of the final day. They have the full squad up. And with Alpha 7 and Alpha Gaming hurt so bad, this is going to be such a close one in the last match.
Yeah, last game is going to be weird. But again, like they've left the points so limited. If we imagine, you know, it's 10 points to get to match point from the first place team after the second day. Both squads, APG and A7, have only cleared that by 13. For Alpha 7, that is not enough points, and teams are catching up, and I think they're just going to lose to points from teams underneath.
That's what it's looking like. That's what it's looking like right now, because Alpha 7 just cannot seem to get it going here today. After such a wild day yesterday, such a lead, gone in just an instant here. See where this next circle goes, though. Alpha 7 do have a duo. They are center of the zone. Got Mad Bulls up there on top. Thunder Talk with some high ground as well. And it goes on over to the southwest side.
That is grim. I don't know how Alpha 7 got here, by the way. That's actually a very nice rotate. I'll give them that. Lovely spot on the map for them. I mean, Thunder Talk could crash here, but as two players, a little bit hard to hold. But again, by the time you rotate over that side, there's going to be so many teams looking at you. Alter Ego down to just Krypton, and he's doing his absolute best to keep his team in the game.
And it's not going to be enough. Alter Ego just not able to win fights here on the final day. Goat taking advantage of that one. Meanwhile, you got Ulf. They know what time it is. They noticed that Alpha 7, Alpha Gaming are in trouble. They're keeping all four up, 0 eliminations. They're going to have to start getting some sooner rather than later, though.
They are on that north side, so there hasn't really been a lot of opportunity for it. Loxy getting rezzed here, but it's Kara. They can see them. Two Turkish teams clashing once again here over in those south concretes. I don't think Loxy stays up. It's a nasty nade over towards the back line. The Wolf has to buy back, though. And it really is the lone wolf now here for Regnum Karya.
Zed Wolf, let's see what he could do. MG3 is down. Lewis, oh, CEO! Who needs a parachute when you got a buggy? See what Zed Wolf could do in the 1v2 situation. Nice little peek there, though. He's going to watch out for the left side, and it's not going to be enough. Regnum Karya out early once again.
CEO goes base jumping, right, with that little bonus from the end of the year. That's Regnum Karya down. I think it's been a sad day 3 for a lot of squads.
Yeah.
In particular, I mean, I've complained about Alpha Gaming, but I mean, Regnum Karya's day has been even worse. It's been a very, very unfortunate event for that, where a lot of our big teams, a lot of our big names just have struggled to really get off the mark here. Again, I think the Smash Point does just create such a horrible scenario for teams. They get so in their heads about it because it can change how everything works. And it certainly changes the way people play on day 3. For the better or the worse, we'll have to wait and see here.
I'm looking over at the players right now, and I'm looking at Regnum Karya, and they are not happy at this point. A lot of frustration, and it makes sense right now. They just could not get it going here today. Let's take a look, though, at Top by himself, trying to sneak away some more points for his squad. Flat tie between the two alphas in the lobby. Right now, though, the biggest threat is Ulf. Ulf with the full squad. Got to get going. That's top out. So Alpha Gaming, 0 points in this one. And with 9 teams remaining, Alpha 7 might be able, with this position, to sneak away some placement points.
I mean, if they keep doing what they're doing and picking up 1 point per game, I mean, I'm not too impressed with that, to be honest with you. Yes, you're getting to placement points, but is that really changing all that much? Is that 1 point going to be enough? You grab it anyway. I mean, 1 point was enough last year.
That is true.
So,
that is.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong there.
Hey.
Circle does cut them out, and we are straight back into that open zone. What a disgusting second to last game this is.
Dude, these zones have just been wide open finish after wide open finish, making it so difficult on these teams. Just every team just playing on the edge, just hoping for the best at this point. Got R8 having a little compound there. They're going to be able to hold it for just a little bit longer. Nice shots there from Kara. Now Kara with 7 points on the board. They've jumped themselves out of last place. And that's usually what happens, though, right? Teams at the bottom got nothing to lose. They finally start putting up some points after a rough couple of days. Thunder Talk, though, need these points desperately. Trying to avoid these nades from Chips. It's going to be a difficult one to hit, that's for sure. Yeah, now I think D+, if you're D+, you got to save some of that utility.
I mean, D+ underneath. You should hit this. Should easily be able to hit this as Nobu sends away. Obscure from Alpha 7 will find Chips, but does not get the point off it. Stolen away by Xing. And Thunder Talks up to 5 elims. Once again, they got a nice little fan area over there in the crowd. They got a flag that's waving. Nobu will find Damar on his lonesome with really little to no defense on that. No counter attack at all from RA. They were just accepting that Damar is now gone.
1 match left after this. This is such an important one for quite a few squads. Ulf with 1 elimination, Thunder Talk with 5. The Xavier, no, only 1 so far, but they still got 3 players up. They are going to play in that edge. Will they go for this third party here? It's going to be a tough one, that's for sure. CEO, though, cheeky little angle, putting some pressure on the Thunder Talk.
King making the cross, will get taken down, but not before running out of ammo, and he might just get out of dodge. Behind the tree, at close range, cannot find him. Finally gets a little angle. Thunder Talk down to 3 there. They almost got their boy back up again. They're sending in P90 on Nobu, a dangerous opposition inside the building.
The Xavier, better late than never, I guess. Here they go on the push. And they are just getting shredded as R8 were just waiting for this. D Xavier taking their sweet time and getting absolutely demolished.
Still 100 points. It's not bad indeed. Not bad indeed. I think that's a nice place to finish here for D Xavier. It's a shame that the gun skill, not the gun skill, but at least that firepower in those team fights, the 4v4s just wasn't really there for D Xavier this tournament.
Uh-oh. Obscure, Carrillo in the dip, very nadeable, gotta be careful. That's D Xavier out of there. R8 put some more points on the board for themselves. Okay, there's Flip, gets the nade onto Obscure. That right there was an eviction notice marked and booked for Carrillo. He's gonna have to be careful. Obscure trying to back himself out of this one. Looks like he might have just been able to crawl to safety there behind this rock. But with this next zone shift, Mad Bulls are looking really good here, Blank.
Looking real nice. I think the big one, though, is Ulf.
Yes.
Ulf on that side, 115 points, looking to break 10 this game. Get themselves over towards match point. I love this lineup from Thunder Talk, though. Able to sidle in ahead of R8. And they know they got to leave at some point.
Looking at the leaderboards, R8, if you're R8 at this point, you need to just try and destroy the whole lobby. That's what you need to do. If you're Thunder Talk and Ulf, you're just going for the win. And Alpha 7, just sneak away any point you could possibly get your hands on. Meanwhile, the Mad Bulls starting to put in some work on Ulf. Huge fight right here on the side of Ulf, and Solus gets the first knock. And now they are on the push. They know they need every single elimination they can get. Aaron in the front line. He's got that UMP. Lemon blocking down those nades, but look at this on the other side. Thunder Talk getting into it with R8.
Yeah, sighting from that sideline. Shing healing up right now. AJ is down, but they might be able to clean house here, get 9 elims total if Kara doesn't start stealing away.
Uh-oh.
That will still sit Thunder Talk at 8 on this game. But even this team can potentially clear over towards 125. It's going to take a bit bigger game than this.
That's going to look pretty good. I'll tell you, you can't be mad at that. That's for sure. AJ getting rezzed. Let's see what Thunder Talk can do as a duo. They still have that third person up as well. Let's see what they can do. But now we look over to Ulf. They're in a perfect position here. Only 1 elimination so far. They got to get this win on the Mad Bulls without losing another player. Pusher's got that nade, though. Oh, just missed by the skin of his teeth. Solus, he definitely felt that one. But he cannot leave this position. He's got the shotgun. Ooh, gets hurt really bad. And now Ulf are looking in big trouble. Lemon looking to take advantage. Gets shot in return, though. Back and forth. As now the blue zone is starting to push both these squads. Pusher pushes up. Ulf with the high ground shuts him down.
There's going to be a huge game right now from Ketch, and he really does put in the work alongside with Aaron Prime here over at the PMGC Grand Finals. But the teams are starting to get sparse, Jukes.
Uh-oh.
The teams are starting to get sparse.
Uh-oh.
And I see one squad right now who are down to 2 but have weathered the thunderstorm. But can they weather the thunder?
Oh boy, Alpha 7 with 2 players up, looking real sneaky in this one, especially considering that Kara and Thunder Talk are outside of this circle. Can they find a way to steal away a chicken dinner and finish the tournament right here, right now?
It's going to be so difficult to do. Teams usually will check this spot as well. They'll know it exists. So that's Alpha 7's weakness. They have 3 grenades, which is 3 more than at least 2 of these other teams, in Kara as well as Ulf.
You can feel the tension in the air, the crowd so silent, trying to hope for Thunder Talk to make something happen. The nade, oh, just short of Aaron. Big shots though from upstairs.
What are you doing?
Get Solus. The next nade comes on out from Carrillo. Just short. Alpha 7
pushing them in here. Aaron will find Carrillo. It's a good step up from him. But now they know they absolutely need to take down this team. If not, try and lead Thunder Talk over here. And AJ will finish off Carrillo. And it's a ginormous game from Thunder Talk so far.
Oh!
If they clean out the rest of the lobby, they hit 125.
What a huge game for both these squads. Ulf and Thunder Talk at the top of the leaderboards right now. It's anybody's game. This could be the win that locks you in as our champions. With 1 match left to go, who knows what happens? You need every single point you can get.
For Thunder Talk, it is a slow and grueling game now, but what a journey it has been. Sighting takes a lot of damage, but is able to send a lot more back. That is a lot. This is good time for Thunder Talk to start rotating out to try and take some space, but Solus is holding them down. Sighting has to hit the deck, and Ketch finds some room to move up. And it looks like Thunder Talk may not be finding it.
Solus has so much ammunition, 300 rounds. He's using every single one, and that is how you do it. Ulf, get the chicken dinner.
And now Ulf are in match point.
Yup.
It will require the back-to-back now for Ulf.
Woo! Look at Ketch taking a deep breath after that one.
You gotta take a deep breath there, man, 100%. But to be honest with you, for Ulf, what a day it's been today. Aaron, who had been one of the rookies of the year, now really showing what he can do as he has developed that experience over multiple years now on a team where he sits shoulder to shoulder with some of the best in the business. For Thunder Talk, did it take them close enough?
Oh, that's the question. That's the question. I can't wait for the desk to break this down because we are going to go into that final match of the day.
That's the question, isn't it, guys? Have they done enough, Ulf, and TT Gaming. We said it before they went into that match. I said Thunder Talk with the team to look out for. They made it right to the end, didn't quite secure it. Ulf, an impressive performance. Max is looking dicey. What's happened?
I think Thunder Talk missed out by 1 point. And my math is really bad, and I hope I'm wrong, but they might have just barely missed out. They needed one more elimination at the very end to get 14, and with the 6 placement points for second place, it would have been 20, and they needed 20 points to be in the Smash Zone. I think they miss out, but Ulf here's 7, just what they needed to try and make sure they do get in the Smash Zone alongside Alpha Gaming and Alpha 7.
We talked about those teams that wanted to get that opportunity going into the last match to actually go for the win and win via Smash Rule. Ulf able to do that, and honestly, I gotta wait and see what's gonna happen with the leaderboard math. There, Max, because if it is just by 1 point that Thunder Talk's not going to be able to make it, it's going to be heartbreaking. But I think they did enough to just push themselves to still contend in points.
I think, historically speaking, in Pmgc, this is the closest we've ever had. A last game with the Smash Rule in mind right now. No idea who's going to win it. Literally no clue.
Still yet to have a Smash Zone win at a global LAN event at this point. And we'd be really excited to see it happen right here, right now. But you know what? We've got to talk a little bit about Alpha Gaming and Alpha 7, unfortunately. Just the wind gets taken out of their sails, doesn't it? Early game, both of them losing players. Was it overextending? Was it mistakes were made? Maxman, talk to me.
For Alpha Gaming, I think this is one of the worst circles you could give them. They're Chumacera team, and it goes on top of the mountain between Picardo and San Martin, and they rotate late, which is normally not a bad approach, but when you have a circle that just keeps going to the high ground position, all the teams are already parked up on the high ground, meaning that you're going for late rotation, you're going to get lasered down instantly. Alpha Gaming, they could have made it in, but I feel like this is a circle that's given to them in the worst moment possible, and they were just not quite able to deliver. As compared to Alpha 7, they were able to make it to the mountaintop. That's only a duo of Carrillo and Obscure.
Yeah, for Alpha 7, I feel like they still had the same struggles. They were working their way from the east, trying to get into the circles. They end up losing players. Thunder Talk made sure that they stopped any type of push that Alpha 7 was going to be doing as well. Thunder Talk, not only did they end up performing well in this match, they were actually being just a big old pain in the butt to those top teams when it came down to the Alphas.
There was a big thing about Thunder Talk, actually, storyline-wise. The community's always saying, normally Thunder Talk, great team in the league stage, terrible team in the finals. They want to try and put those rumors to bed right now. They come back again. They went 12th position. What a comeback for, like, on the last day. What's going on, Thunder Talk? I am loving what we're witnessing from this team.
A key point as well from the previous match that we saw on Erangel. Patience. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our final map of the PMGC 2025 Grand Finals. Blank Jukes. Let's do it.
Welcome back to the final match of the day. It's Miramar Madness here on Championship Sunday. Do D+ take themselves the 6th now chicken dinner in a row at the end of the day on PMGCs of the last 2 years? What a weird sign-off that would be. But overall, we are looking at 4 teams. We're looking at Ulf, APG, Alpha 7, and Thunder Talk, who miss out on match point by 1.
Oh, just one single point. But with how close this is, a chicken dinner could still get it done. Let's see how these squads are going to react here. It's time to take destiny into your own hands. An entire year's worth of hard work about to pay off here and now. Alpha 7 out of the plane super early, heading towards that Cruz del Valle, possibly looking to get a vehicle, drive on over to El Pozo. Well, let's see how we're going to get started here, guys. Let's go!
I think, honestly, for a lot of those squads at the top, like Max was saying, you've got to play a little bit more passive. You've got to ensure you get through to that end game first before you start pushing the boat out. But sometimes some of these plays to get towards that end game require a bit of aggression. And we're heading down towards the southwest side of the map. We got La Triera and a whole chunk of that mountain on the western side in play, which is rough.
Oh, so rough. So rough. For those of you guys that don't know, that left side of that map is completely unplayable. So it's basically a circle 2 or 3 at this point with how much room is left. More like a zone 2. But you got Valle del Mar in play. GOAT are already there. They're big chilling. Alpha 7 looking like they're going to go ahead and loot Cruz del Valle up. They're going to take this spot. They're going to be actually the furthest team away from this circle. So they got a big rotation ahead of them.
They got to kick up some dust, that's
Yeah.
for sure, on that north side, get a move on. There's a long journey ahead of them right now through teams like Kara, Alter Ego, Thunder Talk as well. Regnum Kai quite close towards his own, but it is Alpha Gaming. All eyes on them right now. Chumacera start. It's a great beginning of the game for this team. Vampire are on their northeast edge, looking out to the side. Again, big respect to that team, saying that they don't really know anywhere else to play on this map other than Picardo. Yet under all this pressure in this kind of tournament, you're telling me that they decided they would learn something completely new? I mean, it's amazing, and it's very much interesting what the kind of pressure from the tournament can provide you in terms of improvements.
So difficult. So difficult. The pressure is insurmountable at this point. But you got to overcome it. You got to make it happen.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy to see Regnum Karya have such a rough day. I mean, especially considering that you got Silas who's won this before. You know, that should be a big advantage going into this. At the end of the day, though, it takes all four. You got to be able to make it happen. And unfortunately, Regnum couldn't get it done on the last day. We got 4 squads, though, here. Those are the 4 we are dead looking at. Alpha 7, ULP, APG, and Thunder Talk. Thunder Talk are in La Bendita. They're going to be looting up right now. So they're still waiting to get into this next zone. Out of all the squads that we just listed, APG, they're already in the zone. So they are looking to get a nice central position on that mountainside just north of Minas del Valle. So they're actually going to be in a really good position because most of the time when we do get circles like this, the zone does tend to kind of head south.
Yeah, southern circles, as well as Chumacera, all those foothills, it's so rough to play around, rough to rotate through. I think APG definitely gets a nice start here, but it does pen them in a little bit at the start, especially if this team's rotating on their top side. So I do like that APG is sort of shelling up right now. You're just kind of staying inside the turtle. You're just making sure you don't peek out too much and wait your turn, bide your time. Regnum Kai, you're very close by. But again, I think these guys are just going to send straight past here, Jukes.
Yeah, Silas just on the drive. Got to be careful, especially with a team like Regnum who are so far down on the leaderboards. Like, this is a squad that if they just see a player, they'll just take those shots at this point. So, fortunate for APG, they were not spotted. And they're going to continue. Actually, Reefus and Ziol are driving mighty close to Regnum Karya. Yeah, I think they heard it. Silas was just peeking over that hill. But APG, they hit that left turn real quick. I don't want none of that right now. Calm down, guys. Calm down.
Yeah, well, again, I think for most teams, they realize just how close the leaderboards are. You don't want to go out early at all, just because if you get 8, 9 points, suddenly you are getting so much extra change on the leaderboard, moving up from 10th up to 5th off those minimal points. If we look at the lobby right now, there are 3 teams tied between 11th, 12th, and 13th on 90 points. Above them sits Regnum Kai, who are 91, R8 and D plus above that on 92 and 92. So yes, you would be correct in saying that between 13th and 8th place there is 2 points.
Unreal. Unreal. Such a close leaderboards there at the bottom. Big gap between 4th and 5th place. That's why we got our eyes on the top 4 teams. Those are going to be your squads that are going to win this one. It's going to be one of the 4. That's a fact. And take a look in here, though. Oh, GOAT. Getting the first blood on the Tony K from Vampire.
Yeah, straight away looking to find themselves a bit more leverage inside this zone. You got them on the western side at the moment, looking cross Ladriera over towards Vampire. Regnum Kai sit just a little bit lower than that. DRX are also here. DRX, I think, can still hit a podium finish. Whether I do not believe that they're hitting a win, though.
Yeah, absolutely. The gap is just too big at this point, especially for the last game.
Yeah.
Like,
I think they're the only other team that could get in towards the podium as well. I don't think DX Xavier can anymore.
Getting an 18-point chicken dinner on the last game, it's almost impossible unless you're D+.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. Let's see right now, though, as we look. Man, I can feel the tension in the air. Everybody just played this so carefully. Such a big gap, you know, and the prize pool jumps up significantly every place. Thunder Talk trying to get away here.
They're trapped.
The crowd making so much noise because they know Thunder Talk's in big trouble. Krypton putting some shots, and yeah, they are trapped wide out in the open, and Alter Ego are hunting them down.
The vehicle flipped. The Thunder Talk, the dream might be over here and now. For King to get the 3-time, it's unlikely. King's going to make the run out. AJ holding down the line here, looking to send grenades over the top. This is a mighty hold from him. Sadly, he does get caught out. There's players swinging off to the right-hand side.
King's in big trouble, and he knows it. Yeah, here he comes Thunder Talk. They have to try and save this at this point. You cannot afford to go out. But let's see what they can do here as Alter Ego are looking to put the clamps on them, surrounding them bit by bit. Nice shots, though, on a Snake. Buys them a little bit of time. AJ is still alive, but that off angle is going to be brutal from AE.
I ain't going to lie. I love this from Thunder Talk. They even have the player getting up over towards the top side of the mountain, too.
Wow.
This is incredible.
He loses it! He loses the 1v1. That off angle was so critical, and Thunder Talk are going to pay big time for that.
It is over. For Thunder Talk, they will not be grabbing a podium. They will not be grabbing the chicken dinner. And they will not be in our top 3. Thunder Talk bow out in 4th place. In the meantime, though, what is it with Pmgc Grand Finals and last game circles? We're out to the western side. We're basically 30% non-playable space right now over towards Via de Mar. What is this?
Are you kidding me? This is the most disgusting circle that you could have possibly had at this point. You're right. This is basically a Zone 5 in Stage 2 for the final game here. Thunder Talk are out. 3 teams could possibly get this chicken dinner. And Alpha 7, they send it so hard right onto that ridge line. They get a good position, but there's going to be so many teams in that vicinity.
APG, Doc finding Silas right off the rip there, and an instant flush as well.
The look right now is wild. Yeah, getting some shots on the Kraken as he is stuck wide in the wide open. This zone's so brutal. So many teams, so many players are going to get caught on rotation here. Lazarus goes out from Vampire. This thing heated up so dang fast with this zone shift. Teams are going to have to figure these things out. I mean, look at this. Alpha 7 are pushing on in. Looks like they do have a good position. Looking at some of the rest of the squads, though, APG do find a way into this next circle, and so do Ulf. Ulf and Alpha 7 are actually very close to each other.
Ulf just underneath them. Could cut out their opposition right now in the final game here.
Such a great spot, though, from Alpha 7. Obscure. Look at the vision he has.
Well, I mean, again, for Alpha 7, though, it's locked out on the north side of the territory. I don't think this is the greatest spot to be in at the moment.
Especially if that zone goes south.
Especially if the zone goes south. I mean, if the zone goes north, eventually they're going to get cut out. It's rough. It's very, very rough. Teams that are lining themselves along that ridge side, I quite like the look of that, and that's currently Ulf.
Ulf definitely have a lot more options depending on where the zone goes. If we get somehow a hard shift to Via Del Mar Bridge, my mind's going to explode.
Yeah, I'll be gone. I'll also be gone at that point.
Yeah. I think we just hang it up.
All of the casters will have left.
Just let the game just talk for itself at this point. Unbelievable. But I'm going to still talk a little bit for now here because things are just getting so interesting. Look at this circle, guys. Oh, my goodness. Split practically down the middle. Where's it going to go? It centers on us.
No way.
Still so much playable, unplayable area.
You must be kidding me. It's DX saved by the zone in the final match. We're starting it with tradition, and we're ending it with tradition. Lovely to see. We'll see what DX can get done with this. Obviously, it's probably not going to be a podium finish, but, you know, getting a 4th place, that's doable. Very, very doable here. Kicking Thunder Talk off that side. Mad Bulls try and take down D+, but they've got a bit of an invincibility buff here over on the final Miramar. They wrapped right round Partona across Via de Mar Bridge. They do enjoy DX Xavier.
Right now, let's take a look, though, as D+ looking to keep their tradition alive of winning the last match of every game of a PMGC. They've done it all up until now, and they get this position. 3 eliminations, and they're full squad up.
D+. Fabian on the inside. It's a decent start here. 3 elims for themselves. E-Arena also on the high ground. The Xavier trying to take shots down, but again, that bubble of protection is up for another 10 minutes at least for D+. They will be in that end game.
Yes, they will. RA throwing some nades on the Alter Ego. Alter Ego just getting beat up here. The biggest hole in that roof, that's a sunroof you do not want with those nades coming on in. And now R8. Down to 2, though. Oh! Alpha 7, Carrillo. Hurt bad. Here comes Kara. Let's see what you can do, Alpha 7. CEO on that off angle. A7 have to hold it down, but they are in the edge of the circle, and the blue zone is closing.
I was telling you, man, it's like, it's not a nice spot to be in over on this side. I wish they'd pushed further down, try to fight out for something, but I think Alpha 7's playing these games far too passively for my liking. Ulf did lose 1 player earlier, by the way, which does hurt. It really does hurt for Ulf. So maybe no matter what happens, Alpha 7 is just able to squeak by.
I'll tell you what, though, if Alpha 7 are going to win, this is how they're going to do it. You know, back
What,
against
20 points
back
on the day?
back against the wall of a blue zone. This is usually their best play style. If they do win by only getting 20 points, hey, I guess you take that all day long.
Win's a win.
A win's a win, baby.
You're taking shots over towards Kara, who do send down towards Goat now. Vampire should have heard those shots, but whether they can see across this road is another matter. Honestly, Ulf are also set up on this eastern side, so we're about to clash between 2 of the most influential squads inside the lobby right now, between Ulf and A7. Ulf could secure their destiny right here, right now.
Let's see what they could do. Ulf have a 3-man, but they got to get it done if they want to become your new PMGC Grand Final champions. It's Alpha 7 taking their time. They're trying to figure this out. Distribute everything they need to each other, and then make this push. Yo! Stealing away some points. APG putting some on the board here. All 4 up. They are in the east side. This is outside of the circle, though. They're going to have to start pushing it. This is stage 4, too, as well. This zone is going to start stinging.
I mean, the fact that it still keeps around about 30% of unplayable space into it. And then again, you don't really want to be playing along this side of the map, so we're talking even less right now. It's tough. It is tough.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to see DX Xavier get a win right at the end of the day. That would be very, very pleasing.
Unbelievable circle. I'm still so shocked at this is the zone that we have in the final match here. Look at this. These are your 2 squads, guys. Alpha 7 and Ulf. Both on the same screen. Doc goes down. Reefus is down as well. 2 players left from APG.
Oh,
and here comes the arena.
20K up to the plate. Look to see if he can serve APG up. We'll just try and take these shots. 20K does go down. This is going to have to be a hold and a half. But APG are falling by the wayside. Doc steps up. This nade better be ginormous from Zjol. But the airburst is too short. And APG are now short 2 players as well.
Zjol gets the heal off, but Mormon's got that nade. He's got it locked and loaded. 1 second on it. He throws it. Airburst down to 1 HP. Zjol, he has to get that first nade off first, but Mormon's got another nade locked and loaded. It sends off, and it is just enough to take out top. It's going to be Zjol all by himself.
Top crawling, bloodied back towards his teammate, but will fall. APG's run is now done. It is impossible to get back into this one. Zjol's going to try and send it away as best he can. The Vampires
Hit
from up
the
on
gas.
higher.
Hit
Help
the
him.
gas! Oh my gosh, the terrain so brutal. Trying to get out of there. But it's not looking good.
And APG attempted to get in, but they had a lot of time to make this rotate. They had a lot of time to make this rotate, honestly. Starting in Chumacera, they're one of the closest teams to the zone. And again, I think that Smash ruling is getting in these players' heads, man. Getting in these players' heads.
Oh, such a big factor. Definitely altering the dynamic here towards the end. APG down to 1, Thunder Talk out. That really just leaves 2 squads we got our eyes on. It's Ulf and Alpha 7. Yo! Takes the shots! Lets them know, here I am. He's got the nade, but it's not looking good. Yo! Out of there! That is Alpha Gaming done and dusted!
Third place locked in for now for APG. What a run they had, but at the start of the day, they played their own game. And as soon as they hit that dreaded smash point, it felt like it took the wind out of their sails.
Here we go, though. Alpha 7 looking to possibly get into an engagement with Ulf. Ulf at the compound right below them. Looking at Regnum Karya, just putting some points on the board outside of circle, but all eyes on our top 2 squads here.
Ulf need more points. Alpha 7 can't afford to fall, but they are careening directly towards Ulf. Again, like you said, backs against the wall right now. And it seems like without it, they're blind. They're feeling their way through these circles. Alpha 7 struggling, Obscure taking a lot of damage, and E-Arena looks to shut down every single team in the top spot, it seems.
E-Arena just trying to crush streams out here. They've already crushed a few. Guizal on the drive up, just trying to buy his teammates some time. Looks like Obscure is going to be able to move towards safety. But Alpha 7 again, yeah, back against the blue zone here. Ulf right at their doorstep. But you got to watch out. You see Twix on that high ground. He could prove to be deadly for A7.
E-Arena now taking down Regnum Karya. Oh my god, this team is having a great time with Loxy hits the deck. So far away, Zed Wolf down next, and that's Regnum Karya out. They don't even break a century. But Alpha 7, they're on the hunt.
Yes, they are. They know a single point could put that belt around their waist. Let's see what happens as Obscure is on the move now. Uh-oh, here we go. The fight's starting to ring out here. Turney throws the nade, but he gets knocked by Obscure. Huge knock for him. Air burst too short, and that's E-Arena gone. Alpha 7 put a couple eliminations on the board, and those were critical.
Alpha 7, for maybe the first time, will pick up their victory here at PMGC. It has not been glamorous. There has been no glitters, but they will potentially get it done here. And it will be a dream come true for Crio and Narivo, have both been challenging out for this for multiple years, end on end. Multiple iterations of Alpha 7, finally finding one that seems to work.
Nade's ringing out for DRX. D+ puts some shots downrange. D+ all 4 up. Still in the mix here. Mad Bulls and DRX are going at it. My eyes are going to be locked on the north side, though. Wolf versus A7. Lemon getting a nice knock there. This fight continuing to ring out.
DRX, Hyunbin backing up the stairs right now. They got Mad Bulls on their tail. So easy with a huge Molotov down the stairs, though. It does cause some massive problems for the Mad Bulls. Next circle pop. Dead central.
Dead center.
What an evil game this has been. Hyunbin drops out the side, looks for the full finish over towards Mad Bulls. Hesitant to jump through the window, though.
So easy, getting a nice knock there. Got the M249, switches to the M4, gets shotgun though, right in the chest. Hyunbin securing some more points for his squad. That's DRX. Down to a single player, it's Hyunbin. Xavier still have all 4 up. Man, this circle though, just pushing away from our top squads every single time.
Yeah, pulling away from Xavier now as well. I mean, still keeps them in at least, but Yeah, definitely going to be a more difficult game for DX Xavier going forward. Have to leave off on that high ground. Alpha 7, though, have played this game fairly well, honestly. It has felt less like Alpha 7 and more like a team just trying to desperately claw away at points inside the circle, but alas, they're here. Oh, Scarface knocked and flushed.
Ulf down to 2 players. That is it. We got to take a look at this right now. And that's also GOAT having those huge angles onto Ulf. Alpha 7 just need to hang on a little bit longer. With this circle, Ulf have to push out of that safety zone. They're pushing out from that building and into the wide open.
Still on board with this fight right now.
Taking a look at it. Got to make sure we see how Hyunbin does. He is a great player.
I don't want to see Alpha 7 and Ulf at the moment. I want to see the dynamic that's going on here. But lo and behold, who could it be over the D+ on the eastern side looking to evict DX Xavier?
That's also a big fight as well. There we go. Let's take a look at this. Ulf. There they go. That's their cover, but they're going to have to leave it. They're in the vehicle, pushing together as a duo. Alpha 7 have the high ground. They should have a good idea of where they're at. Looks like Ulf are able to push into the circle, though, and they're pushing in right towards that. Oh, getting beat up by GOAT, though! Oh! And that's it! Ulf are out of there!
Oh, my days. Without glory, without an explosive finish, but a quiet end for Ulf and APG. Alpha 7 have done it!
Yes, they have! Alpha 7 are your 2025 Pmgc champions. The cameramen running towards their direction right now because there ain't anybody close to them on the leaderboards.
Hey, at this point, they might as well just put their hands up and stop playing. It's done. It's done.
Hey, start adding some stuff to the cart at this point, baby, because that money is yours.
I mean, look at this. They are just getting stuck back into it. Alpha 7 is reborn, reignited in the knowing of their glory. They want to finish this game and pick up their trophy as soon as possible. What's the easiest way to do that? Well, it's time to wipe the lobby.
Also, MVP is still on the line. That Porsche Cayenne. You got to make sure that you give your players as many eliminations as possible. Get every single thing you can in this tournament.
Get the Porsche Cayenne on board. You know, they don't want to just take the trophy. They want to take everything home here at the Pmgc Grand Finals. It has been a long time coming, though. A long, long time coming. And I think I'm starting to finally believe that Revo really did mean it when he said that they're going to be together forever. Because this is a God squad.
Alpha 7 been through so much together, highs and lows. Revo recently going through one of the biggest losses of his entire life, pushing through that tribulation, making it here, and becoming a champion. What a historic run for this squad.
Hey, but you should still let D+ win. For the gram, dude. For the gram.
For the gram. You know, just let's see. Honestly, that's a great. Let's see if D+ can continue on the history of winning every last match at Pmgc, or maybe Alpha 7 is looking to take that away from them as well.
Nice nade to the top from Fabian. I mean, yeah, definitely a bit of an moment. Null boot. Still trying to crawl back towards his teammate. Osal's going to drop down, see if he can pick him up here. Might just be able to get it. Fabian, though, again with the nade. Guizhou gets knocked to the play zone once again as they try to pick him up. It's another nade from Fabian. Maybe I was joking. Maybe I was not.
D+ on the move, looking to continue on with their streak here. Guizhou is out of there. Rebel got the nade, throwing it through the door. Just a little bit too short here. Now you got Osul putting that pressure on D+. Putting in the work on Alpha 7. They are completely trapped here.
Molotov as well, about to be thrown. Cutting off the... Oh, they know. I think that might be them done.
That is got to be it. D+ putting...
Oh, no!
Huge shot. Tries to get the confirmation. The blue zone is coming, though. Can he get this first aid off? I don't think he can. The blue zone's coming. Gets it off at the last second, jumps out the window. Can he hit the shots? D+! Take out Alpha 7. But I will admit, they don't look too mad about it.
They don't look too mad about it. D+ with 2 players alive versus Goats 2, Mad Bulls 2, and Karas 3. Oh, I would love to see D+ win this game.
Oh, that would be the most unreal thing ever. And look at that. Rebel giving the high fives to
Hey.
Hedge. Oh, hey!
Hey!
That's a champion right there.
Yeah, he don't realize. He don't realize.
Do you know who that is?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he missed out on some good luck for the rest of the year right there. I'll tell you that
That's
now.
what it is right there. Turns out
You get a high five from Revo, that's 6 months at least of good luck.
At least. I think like a 20% buff in aim skill as well.
Yeah, and a 20% discount at Morrison's.
Take that all day long. Oh man, D+ though, let's see what they can do. Can they keep the tradition alive here? You can see Carrillo, oh my gosh, the emotions ringing out. Oh man, what a long road for this squad, and so well deserved.
Team that's won PMWC, now PMGC. The only thing left in their way is PMGO.
That's it.
And we got 2 next year. We got double the chances.
Oh wow, this was the big one though, the hardest tournament of the year. And right now they're just sitting and waiting for that announcement. Here come the high fives, Mafioso, the legend himself. Oh, the tears ringing out. Such a long road coming. D+.
What a beautiful moment, honestly. For me, it's a beautiful moment as well. I mean, covered these guys for a long, long time. That's sort of why I'm quiet about it right now, just because, I don't know, I think Carrillo as well as Rebel have been pushing for a long while. For Guizhou as well as Obscure, what a moment for them. Coming on this team and then being that final part of the puzzle. Finally unlocks what they needed to make it happen. It's hard even to be loud about it just because it's a feel-good moment.
Yeah.
A feel-good moment.
It really is. And these guys have worked so incredibly hard all year long. So many tribulations and trials that all these players went through, both individually, as a squad, and then finally raising that trophy above your head. And especially after a pretty rough start to the day. You know, it was not going their way for the most part. Towards the end, though, they make it happen.
Putting my eyes back towards the game, though, DK is kind of winning.
They are gonna win. And win every single last game.
Hey, these guys are some jokers, man.
What is
I'm trying to have a
happening?
nice moment. I'm trying to have a nice moment.
D+.
Come on, boys. It's just Vic. It's just Vic. 13 elims in the game. To be honest with you, though, all things considered, this is a huge jump up in money. But your winners of the 2025 PMGC Bangkok, Thailand is none other than Alpha 7!
Let's go! That is how you do it. Alpha 7 finally getting the global championship they deserve. Let's take it on over to the host to wrap things up.
We have our champions! The 2025 PUBG Mobile Global Championship, it has been won. What an incredible journey. What a dominant performance. And what a moment in PUBG Mobile history. Look at their faces, the elation. They can't believe it. Taking a moment here on stage before lifting that trophy.
และในตอนนี้นะคะในที่สุดเราก็ได้แชมป์แล้วนะคะกับแชมป์ PUBG Mobile Global Championship 2025 ค่ะและช่วงเวลาประวัติศาสตร์นะคะของ Alpha 7 Esports ค่ะ
PUBG Mobile fans around the world, Bangkok, make some noise for your champions, Alpha 7 Esports!
ขอเสียงดังๆให้กับ Alpha 7 Esports
Wow. What an incredible final day of competition. Come over here and join me, guys. Join me over here. Let's line up in front. Carillo, I want to give you a moment, but I also want to talk to you because you're a champion now of PMGC. Congratulations. You've now carved your names into the PUBG Mobile Esports history books. What does winning this championship mean to you and mean to you as a team?
Então, Carrilho, muito parabéns pela vitória de vocês. Agora vocês cravaram o nome de vocês na história. Como é que você está se sentindo sobre tudo isso, essas emoções?
Bom, eu estou muito feliz agora. É um sonho que eu venho lutando faz 6 anos. E acho que finalmente, cara, finalmente a gente conseguiu. Agradecer primeiramente a Deus. Sem ele a gente não estaria aqui. Agradecer ao staff da SET, ao Nice, a Alan, o Mafioso, que dessa vez ficou no banco. Sou muito grato por ter eles na minha vida e isso significa demais para mim. Muito obrigado a todo mundo.
I'm super happy to be here. It's a dream come true. We've been battling for like the past 6 years on PMGC. So yeah, I want to thank God and Nisi, the staff, everyone, Mafioso, who is on the bench right now. So I want to thank everyone that supported us.
Revo, I'm coming over to you. I'm coming over here. Congratulations, man. We were stood on the stage just mere, hours, days ago, talking about getting prepared for today. How does it feel to be standing here right now as the champions of 2025?
The feeling is amazing, and I want to dedicate this championship to my mom because I lost her in PMSL finals, and this is for her. And I want to say thank you to God, thank you for our support, thank you for my team, and is that thank you.
Finally, right here, I've got Obscure and I've got Gizal here. Guys, first time with these guys on the PMGC stage, and you're champions. That's pretty easy, right?
Primeira vez jogando com eles, né? E já foram campeões na PMGC. Como é que vocês estão se sentindo?
Feliz demais, né? Acho que a gente repetiu o que a SET fez na outra temporada da IWC, que eles foram campeão, pegaram o top 2 da PMSL e foram campeão da IWC, agora nós somos campeão da PMGC. E só agradecer a SET, a todo mundo que apoia a gente. A gente não conseguiu trazer o campeão da PMSL pela mãe do Rivo, mas agora tem algo muito maior que a PMGC. É nóis, Rivão.
So yeah, I'm super happy to be here and to win the PMGC. PMSL we couldn't make it, but I still feel so happy. This is the championship that I wanted the most, and yeah, I'm super happy to be playing with this team.
Right, well now it is time for a very special feature that we've never done on the PMGC Grand Finals before, the egg smashing ceremony. So let's walk and talk, guys. Come with me.
นี่นะคะก็เป็นอีกหนึ่งช่วงเวลาสุดพิเศษนะคะนั่นก็คือช่วงเวลาของ egg smashing การทุบไข่นั่นเองค่ะ
So here's how the egg smashing ceremony works, guys. Before this tournament, you chose 3 teams that you want to smash their egg. Because you won on placement points, you get to choose 1 egg. But before we do anything, I would like to invite Chico onto the stage to come up here and present the pan that you will smash the egg with.
ขอเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับชิโก้ด้วยนะคะนี่ชิโก้ของเราค่ะก็จะนำกระทะนะคะมาให้กับทีมผู้ชนะนั่นเองนะคะเดี๋ยวเขาก็จะทุบไข่1ใบนะมาดูกันว่ารางวัลที่พวกเขาได้รับเนี่ยจะเป็นอะไรค่ะ
Right, one of you take the pan from Chico. Take the pan, take the pan. There you go, yeah, you can take it, you can take it. Firstly, who wants to smash the egg? Who's going to get to smash the egg? Who's going to get to smash the egg? Revo? Okay. Now you have to choose 1 egg and bring it over to this side of the table.
เลือกแล้วนะคะ
Which team are you choosing? R8 Esports. That egg's going to be smashed. Take the pan off Chico.
รับกระทะไปแล้วเดี๋ยวเรามาลุ้นกันนะว่าจะได้รางวัลอะไร
Okay, Revo. Before I get you to do this, inside this egg is either an Infinix GT pad, an Infinix GT phone, or an Infinix GT earphones. A nice little additional prize for you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, are we ready for the egg smashing?
พร้อมกันหรือยังคะ
You've now earned the right to smash. Revo, smash that egg!
โอเค ดูสิว่ารางวัลมีอะไรมี GT Pad GT Phone แล้วก็มีหูฟังด้วย
Find what is. I think here you go. Now hold it up to the screen. What is it? It's been an Infinix GT earbuds. Congratulations,
Wow,
guys.
ได้หูฟังไปค่ะ
That right there concludes the egg smashing ceremony. And now we're going to head back over to the desk and they're going to round out everything that we've had here today on this crazy final before we come back here for our awards ceremony.
You can smile now because you've been finally able to become the Pmgc champions. Look at that, Max. In first place, 142 points, clutching up when they needed to.
They've been so close in the past, and sometimes the trophy just stolen right under their nose, but not today. Not at Pmgc 2025. 142 points, no smash, but they still take it home with Ulf right behind them and APG taken out so early in that final game.
And a heartbreak for APG because this squad, I mean, was just lights out when it came out to fragging. The only squad that was able to get 100 eliminations, even close to it. The only other one was Thunder Talk, and they ended up with 83s for APG. A massive heartbreak.
Ziol trying to pull an old eye.
And gentlemen, welcome to the 2025 PUBG Mobile Global Championship Awards ceremony. Now, before we get to our team awards, we have a very special honor that we would like to acknowledge. It is, of course, our Finals MVP award, going to the greatest player who has played over the course of the past 3 days here at the Pmgc Grand Finals. So we would like to invite the player up onto the stage first. This player is from Alpha Gaming. And this player, everybody give it up, it's Top!
ตอนนี้นะคะเราจะมามอบรางวัล MVP ค่ะผู้เล่นที่ทำดาเมจได้สูงสุดตลอดการแข่งขันนี้นะคะช็อปจาก Alpha Gaming นั่นเองค่ะ
And now we would like to invite some presenters onto the stage to give out the award. First up, we would like to invite the General Manager of Lightspeed Studios, Quantum Studio and Anyplay Studios, Tencent Games, Mr. Silite Yang, to present the trophy and an Infinix phone. Congratulations. And now, we would like to invite the head of PUBG IP franchise and PUBG Studios from Crafton, Mr. Taesok Jang, to present Top with a key to a brand new Porsche Cayenne. Congratulations, Top. Thank you so much to Silite Yang and to Taesok Jang for joining us here on the main stage. We really appreciate it. Let's take one more quick photo. Once again, thank you so much to our presenters for joining us on stage. You may now exit. Top, I'm going to keep you here. I'm going to keep you here. Wow, look at all those gifts. Wow. Let's have a quick chat. We'd like to invite our translator on stage as well to have a quick chat with you. Top, throughout the grand finals, you have delivered performance after performance and have been so integral to putting up so many points for yourself and your team. How does it feel to be recognized as the finals MVP of the 2025 Pmgc Grand Finals?
За топ гранд финалийн хувьд чиний хувьд удаа дараалан тоглолтын ардаас маш гайхалтай үзүүлэлт үзүүлж чадлаа. Чиний хувьд 2025 оны PMGC-ийн гранд финалийн MVP-гээр нэрлэгдэхэд сэтгэл ямар байна вэ?
За мэдээж сэтгэл өндөр байна. Тэгээд хамгийн дөрөнд багийнхандаа баярлалаа гэж хэлмээр байна.
Obviously, I feel great, but first of all, I would like to thank to my teammates.
Well, finally, do you have a message to any of the fans or aspiring players that have watched you and been inspired by your performance here at the 2025 Pmgc Grand Finals?
За эцэст нь гэхэд өөрийнхөө үзэгчд болон ингээд чамайг хардаг үзэгчдэд тоглогч нартай хандаж хэлэх үг байгаа юу?
За бидний 2025 оны дэлхийн аварга одоо ингээд дуусч байна. Тэгээд дараа жил манай баг хүчтэй эргээд хийнэ. Тэгээд биднийгээ дэмцээр байгаараа баярлалаа л гэж хэлдэг.
Our 2025 Pmgc road has come to the end. We will come back much more stronger from the next year. Please keep supporting us.
Top, I can tell by the facial expression it's a slightly bittersweet victory, but you are very deserved of this position right here, and of course all of these prizes you've won. Congratulations for being the finals MVP. You may now exit the stage before we start our team awards. Thank you so much. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to present our awards for our top 3 teams of the 2025 Pmgc Grand Finals. And so we would like to invite our 3rd place team onto the stage first. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, in 3rd place, it is Alpha Gaming!
และตอนนี้นะคะอันดับที่ 3 ของเราค่ะ Alpha Gaming ค่ะ
We would now like to invite our presenters onto the stage. First up, the head of PUBG Mobile Publishing, General Manager of Global Publishing and Global Esports at Tencent Games. It is Vincent Wang. And we would also like to introduce to the main stage the producer of PUBG Mobile, Deputy General Manager of Lightspeed Studios and Quantum Studio, Tencent Games. It is, of course, Rick Lee. Congratulations to Alpha Gaming. You may now exit the stage as we move on to our next award. Thank you so much, gentlemen. And now, up next, standing tall as our runners-up for the 2025 Pmgc Grand Finals, please welcome to the stage, Ulf Esports.
และตอนนี้ก็คืออันดับที่ 2 ของการแข่งขันนะคะขอเสียงปรบมือให้ Off Esports
And to present the awards once again is Vincent Wang and Rick Lee. Thank you so much to Ulf Esports. You may now step off the stage. And congratulations for getting the 2nd place. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the highest honor here at the 2025 PUBG Mobile Global Championships, we would like to welcome back onto the stage your champions of 2025. It is Alpha 7 Esports.
และแชมป์ของ PUBG Mobile Global Championship ประจำปี 2025 นะคะ Alpha 7 Esports
Hold on, boys. Hold up. We have your prizes to be given out first, and then we will lift that trophy one more time, I promise you.
Yes, go in front. Yeah, go in front.
Thank you so much, Alpha 7 Esports. We would like you to now step back towards the trophy in order to lift it one final time. Firstly, thank you so much to our two presenters, Vincent Wang and Rick Lee, for joining us on the stage. You may now exit the stage. Pass the phones over. It's time to lift the trophy. Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the end of this incredible journey. Champions, ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for your 2025 PUBG Mobile Global Champions Alpha 7 Esports!
ขอเสียงดังๆค่ะให้กับแชมป์ในปีนี้นะคะ Alpha 7 Esports และนี่ก็คือการชูถ้วยแชมป์ให้โลกได้จดจำค่ะ
And with a triumphant lift, we bring this unforgettable championship to its finale. To all of the fans here at Siam Paragon in Bangkok, thank you so much for your passion. And to all the fans around the world, thank you for supporting your favorite teams and your favorite players. To our partners, sponsors, and production team, thank you so much. None of this would have been possible without you. And we hope you've enjoyed every moment as much as we have. Until we meet next time on the battlegrounds, see you next year. Good night!
และนี่ก็คือจุดจบของการแข่งขันที่ยิ่ง